after work.
All right, we're live. I don't care. I don't want to hear that word.
Wait, you got to move the camera over. Or
We're live. We got it.
It doesn't matter now.
We got
Doc, we got it.
It's Town Topic Tuesday. You're tuned in to Just for Fun Radio, and I'm telling you, we're having Just for Fun this morning.
It's just for chaos. Doc has a preview right there on her screen. And she's like, do you need to do the camera, Doc? But you need to do the Doc. It's right there.
It was a long
right
night.
there.
So what was the focus of the show on yesterday?
We have no idea.
What was the focus, the center point of the show, Doc?
Hold on.
What was the focus?
Hold on, I'm going live. All right, everybody, we are live this morning. We got DJ Scotty in the house. We got the Doc.
Mike.
Why are you going to go before? Well, she's not. Okay, just
Hey,
keep going.
I'm the number 2 around here.
you're definitely the sheet.
Hey,
Actually, you're not, Mike. You're not number 2.
I'm not number 2.
Baby, you're not number 2.
And then we got Oz, our guest, who should have been spoken before
First,
y'all.
yeah, before all of us.
Well, at least before you.
Well, yeah,
Ring
and
his doorbell.
it's Town Topic Tuesday. That's right. So I was asking a moment ago, what was the center point of the topic of the show yesterday? What was the highlight of the show on yesterday, Monday?
National Geographic.
No, shush. I have no idea. What was it? We do so much crap. I know we joked about we joked about the Stone Mountain stuff for a minute and how ridiculous that was.
Well, let me go back to my notes, Scotty.
Did you remind people that? So,
Give me the word.
That was yesterday.
Do you have notes?
So here it is today. I want to make sure that folks realize that school is open in most of all of the metro counties in the Atlanta area, and that Rockdale County, without question, school is wide open. Newton County is wide open. Watch your speed as you're going through the school zones, or 25 miles an hour. Folks, slow down. Slow down. Now, let me just say this. Parents, you want folks to slow down for your child. You're going to have to slow down for other people's children as well.
Amen.
So I just want to get that out. School is open. Slow your roll.
Slow your roll.
That's an
Did it seem like I was going to say something else?
Hey, it's just for
I was
fun,
helping
man.
you out. I was helping you out, Commissioner.
I do appreciate that, because I'm a little sensitive when it comes to the kids. And I think I'm a Libra. I think it's important that you watch our speed as you go through the school zones this morning. Okay, let's just be on the same page here. School is open.
Hey, I'm obviously I'm obviously not the number 2, but I have notes from yesterday.
You wouldn't be that guy. You wouldn't be that student. It'd be like, teacher, I got my notes and yours.
I brought
That's
you
how I
an
got
apple,
mine.
you an apple, and you an apple. Yesterday, the phrase of the day was horny 4-year-old.
Oh my God, did you remind me of that?
You asked me for the notes yesterday.
I
said it, but I didn't mean it. Homoerotic.
Oh my God.
I can't even pronounce this. Karaoke. Wait, it was karaoke and teriyaki.
Karaoke.
And we're having karaoke sauce and songs at the social house.
That would be
at
songs.
the Porterhouse in Social Dale.
That would be songs that would be hard to swallow, right? Karaoke.
We had Todd.
I see this going somewhere.
Yeah, no, absolutely not.
I don't like the road it's traveling.
We really don't know. It might be more like cutting donuts in a gravel parking lot. It just slings a bunch of rocks, but really nothing happens.
Now, we did come up with a name for a band. They're going to be the Porterdale Porta-John something on Wednesdays.
Wow.
Or Mon Wednesdays.
Did y'all talk about the fact
like
that DJ Scotty is now a registered voter here in Rockdale County?
No,
you saw the video?
No, we've not ever edited a video.
I sent him a
haven't seen it.
text.
Pull the video up.
Yeah.
But listen, I am just glad to know that the man that's making all this fuss between Rockdale, Newton, and Porterdale is now a registered voter. He has practiced what he's preaching, and all of the things that he's advocating out to the community. He has a right to stand on something now because he's a registered voter.
And I was there.
I'm
when
not
he
just a
signed the
spokesman.
card.
I'm
You
a
was there to
participant.
witness it.
I actually drove him.
Can I get a witness?
Hey, now there's two things that we can point out in video that we're going to make fun of Rockdale, and as hopefully our new chairman, I need you to address this. When we go on to the website, when we go into the World Wide Web and say where can I vote in Rockdale, it says we can go to the City Hall in Conyers. That's incorrect. They send us to a building, and it's that building. And I said, what building? They go, that one on the other side expressway. I said, what building? The long one? Yeah. The old Maxell. Yeah. I'm like, we need to come up with a good name for this. I know people are calling it like the Annex building or something, but give it a name that everybody that actually works for the county might remember what it's called.
Well, perhaps we'll call it the Parker Road building, but it is
Paint it pink.
It is
something.
the government annex building, but perhaps for a nickname, I know what you're saying. We should probably just call it the Parker Road building.
Yeah, just something
Parker Road, easy to remember.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right.
Because
Absolutely.
if you're not from Rockdale, you don't know what the old Maxell building is.
You don't have a clue.
So, and here's the second part that is very confusing. So we pull in, we go to the main door.
Right.
And as you go in the main door, we're looking for signs for voter registration. There's no signs.
No directional sign. Did you point this out to the people over there?
Sort of, because if we kind of laughed and said there was no signs. So we go back outside because the lady said it's at the very end. So we go to the very end. As we go to the very end, I see no door, and it's actually a side door.
It is.
Well, it's great on the side if you're standing over there. It's great that you can see the letters on the door, but I actually walk back into the entrance parking lot with video, and I'm going, no signs. And then I noticed there is a sign, but it's aiming towards the big door,
that we just came out of.
Meaning you're already parked, you're already in the big door. And then after you find out that's not the right section, you walk out and you see a sign.
And this is where you should have been pointing this out to the people on the inside, Scotty.
Oh, I was too busy laughing about the people on the inside. So the inside, when you go to, you got to see the video because it's actually funny. So they don't ask for your ID or anything. So I'm signing out the piece of paper, and she's being smart, Alec, about signing my name. And I said, I'm going to sign it as Juan Rodriguez because nobody there's asking for my license to find out if I'm Paul Sebastian, Mike Manson, Oz Nesbitt. They have no idea who you are. You're just signing this paperwork. So we're not picking too much, but it's just funny because I'm thinking, holy cow, I can be writing anything.
Were you at a point where they needed your license?
I don't know. It just seems odd. How did
you just automatically thought they should have been asking for you just point blank right off the rip?
They never did at any point.
No, but what I'm saying is, how do I file something with the county? And technically it's the county, not the state at this point. But I guess registered to vote, so that should be a state thing. But there's no verification who I am for what I signed on that piece of paper. In other words, I could have signed Oz Nesbitt and nobody would have known the difference unless they knew who Oz Nesbitt was.
Well, here's what's going to happen. When you go in to actually vote, that's when you're going to have to produce your identification and say that whoever the hell you signed up as, if you signed up as Bozo the Clown or Juan Rodriguez or Mike somebody.
But the problem is with that piece of paper, do they now think whatever name I signed is who lives at this residence?
If you said you were Scooby-Doo, by God, you better produce a Scooby-Doo driver's license, baby.
But we're looking at it because me and Mike, Mike being a little more into the way, Mike, why are you squinting? So Mike's saying the way, what is it that you called it? When they keep up with how many people live in a community and how many
the census,
the census,
yeah, for infrastructure purposes,
so
funding and whatnot.
Are they using this information?
Are they using the tally of votes, or are they using the tally of registered voters
for the census?
More for funding, basically.
Well, the census serves serves multiple purposes. The number one thing the census does, we have the census every 10 years, as you know, and it counts the number of residents, try to do the best thing we can to get an accurate count of people who are actually living inside a county. And there's a census tract to document the names and addresses of those people that we've counted within a particular zip code and an overall area. And then that does help with allocation of
now,
state and federal funding.
Are you talking
More
about the
federal than
door-to-door census, or is there
Yes,
another
the
means of
door-to-door.
calculating?
The door-to-door census.
Okay, good.
Door-to-door.
Thank you very much.
And we're not busting out nothing. We just make fun of everything. If I'd see the wash the bathroom sign or something, and wash your hands in the bathroom, I'd pick on that too.
Yeah, but I want you to use your common sense, son.
Yeah, but the question is not my common sense. It's the other 38,000 people that walk behind us.
And that's why you should have pointed these things out, because I think what you said is very valid. I think there should be clear directional signs up there.
Yeah, there's nothing
that gives you clear direction as to where you're going. If you've been on my Facebook page the last few days, you've seen I've been talking about clear direction and vision and having a
Number one priority.
having a clear direction where you're going, and you're gonna just slap that run into something.
That's right. 100 miles an hour into a dead end road.
Right. Don't you be sleeping at the wheel.
No. We are here just to make everybody open their eyes to see a bigger, brighter, wide open world. Because we were just dying laughing because we just kept driving. And what was funny is the girl's reaction when we went into City Hall. She was just like, "What?"
I get that a lot.
Yeah, but you're a stalker. It's different.
What, the girl at the receptionist did?
Yeah, because
What'd she say?
She couldn't. She was like, "Why would you come here?" She didn't say those words, but you could tell she was like, "Why would you come here?"
Yeah.
I'm like, because the internet says come to City Hall to vote or to register.
So okay, that's when you should have told her that.
Well, we did.
That's what it says. Okay.
Yeah,
then what did she say?
She told us to go to that building.
That building that she knew no
The
name.
long
Okay,
That
the
nobody knew a name
source
for.
of that, and that's another thing. Although the internet said to go to City Hall,
It said post office or City Hall.
I wonder where that came from.
Where'd you read that?
I'm just
I just typed in the words register to vote Rockdale County.
They sent it to the
They
City
gave us
Hall.
City Hall, Conyers.
Yeah.
Did it say library too?
It said library, DMV, and
Post office.
post office. Yeah.
And we're thinking we've been needing to build a connection with City Hall. Let's just go to City Hall.
Well, and we were closer. I mean, we were literally like one street over. So
It was just funny.
Yeah.
We made an adventure out of it. It's not that we were trying to be
Anytime Scotty and I are
buttholes.
together,
It was
it's
just
an
an
So
adventure.
did y'all made a video? You got a picture of City Hall.
Yeah, I got like 5 videos
Yeah.
that I got to put together.
No, the funny thing is, so I'm trying because I'm the mom and I'm trying to capture Scotty's first and
Mhm.
everything.
And
So-
You should see when she caught me shoplifting. That was a good
Yeah,
first.
the
I'm
one-
kidding.
No, so I'm trying to take
National
video,
Geographic.
and I'm thinking that we're going to actually go into City Hall and vote. And I'm like, okay, we're here in front of City Hall, and then she goes, nope, you can't vote here. I'm like, I wasted 6 seconds of good video on you.
And she said it. It's on video. You got to remember when we get involved with something, we're gonna make the highlights out of it. We're just
Whether
gonna have
they
a good
are
time.
highlights or not.
We're just gonna have fun with
We're
it.
just gonna have fun with it.
We're
yeah.
just
Well,
for fun.
maybe you guys should video the what happens at a fast food drive-through, because I can't hear a damn thing they're saying, and all I can hear is them asking for my money and something about second window.
And then
Here's what happens, and my wife dies. So I go to McDonald's, and I want you to know, this is to me. McDonald's, I can help you. And then I go, I want a meal with no onion and the kid's prize. And she just looks at me like, no, you didn't. I'm like, and also, can I shake Coke? And she's looking at me like, did you really?
Payback.
And the best thing that I never got on video, and I wish I would have, is I pull up to the Salem Road right there at the Food Depot, and I go to order some food. So I say to the girl, yes, I want the number 3 and make it supersized, extra large, whatever y'all call it now. She goes, okay.
fatty.
What?
A little dead air there.
Now I'm giving you what she did. She's like, what's the number 3? I went, excuse me, it's your sign. She goes, they just changed it. I said, oh, you were so lucky that I was not videoing. And this is all over the intercom, which means other people are inside listening. She goes, well, why do you say that? And I said, because I own a radio station, and if I would have known that you didn't know what your sign was, here's what I'd have done. I want the number 1, hold the mustard. I want the number 3, supersized. I want the number 4, hold the onions. And then I need to order 17 number 2s.
No, say 86 the onions.
And she just would have been like, lost.
Yeah, she would have been lost.
Well, I mean, come on, for $15 an hour, what do you expect?
Really? Really, sir?
For $70,000 a year, what do you expect?
So let's get back on town topic Tuesday.
Yes,
I want
let's
to talk
go.
about people texting and driving. This thing is just getting too damn out of hand, and I'm a little frustrated this morning. And that's right, I'm cussing a little bit this morning because it's frustrating. Because first of all, I just talked about the fact that school is wide open again. 25-mile-an-hour zones when in the school zones. People need to pay attention. There's children walking up and down the side, but people are texting while driving. Let me tell you who's texting. School teachers.
Oh yeah.
Bus drivers.
School teachers.
How about
That's
all
right.
bus
School
drivers speeding
personnel.
yesterday? That was cool.
Mamas and daddies.
Yep.
Children.
Yeah.
Everybody's texting while driving. Put that freaking flippity floppity cell phone down and pay attention.
Did you see what Cobb County did last week?
Talk to me.
Where they, if you envision 138 with that concrete medium separating the left lanes and the right lanes, right? So they're sitting at a red light. They had cops dressed up as construction workers, the vest on, the T-shirts, the yellow construction hats, holding a pole with the stop sign kind of thing. And they were walking down that concrete thing, catching everybody sitting there playing with their phones at red lights and citation, every one of them. So in our world, it would have been like everybody sitting there at that old bank across from the car wash. So if you were to turn like going towards Hooters, what they did is they had all the cops sitting in one location. If they catch you on your phone, they go and point you to that parking lot, and they just start writing citations.
I mean, this thing is really just getting, as James Brown would say, it's gotten too far gone. I mean, I'm dead serious about this texting while driving. The second you take your eye off the roadway, you could be up the back seat of somebody's vehicle.
Well, you know, the reason,
and this
reason
thing is
I
not
wrecked,
going to get caught. I'm not going to catch anybody's
Right.
attention until we have a situation in Rockdale County, and then that's when everybody's going to be saying the police ought to do this and they ought to do that.
Right.
Well, damn it, put that phone down.
you know, the reason I went down on my bike
Thank y'all had to get that out.
2 weeks ago was the Suburban in front of me did one of three things. He was either texting, he spilled his beer, or he dropped his joint. But he did one of the three, and it caused me. He slams on the brakes because he almost hit somebody. He wasn't paying attention, and then I had to slam on the brakes. Now, we'll go ahead and say it could be one of them three, but you know and I know in percentages, it's going to be a higher percentage of the playing with the phone.
I've done all three at the same time.
Well,
Okay.
let me just tell you. This
Remind
is
me not to ride with you.
Well, guys, this is serious business. Okay,
Oh, that sure is.
So, I mean,
think about it. I got thrown 15 feet. And I had to have a person come in to do the whole deep tissue massage yesterday because I've got whiplash in my neck, and all goes back to somebody not paying attention. And if you're on your cell phones, think about it.
You know what I thought about this morning when I was watching the morning news about 4-something this morning, and they kept showing the video last night from the guys that did the home invasion somewhere here in the metro, and I saw those 2 or 3 young guys, and I'm saying, well, darn, I wonder whose child that is.
Oh, God.
Who's brandishing that gun and going in somebody else's house. And I'm thinking about the mama of that boy with that gun that's going in somebody else's house. He ain't got no damn business being in somebody's house with a gun. And I'm saying, I wonder, as many times we see this kind of stuff on the news, how disconnected could you be with your kid that you're not having a conversation with them on what they're doing on a day-to-day basis? And
the kids lie.
I would feel some real kind of way to know that my child just broke it in your house or just stuck you up with a gun. And I saw the video, and listen, the homeowner was watching her house get burglarized from a remote camera and having a fit. And the sad thing about it, they got away before the police could get there.
Yeah.
Well,
My thought is, how do you not know your kid enough to know this?
Wait a minute. Let me just go deep on this
go
thing
ahead.
for a minute. What if, because 2 of those boys had guns.
Yes.
What if the police had shown up? What you think those boys would have done with those guns?
Yeah.
Yep.
Then this moment the police had blasted their butts.
That's right.
Then we'd have heard from mom and them.
Oh yeah, because one of the biggest things going around right now.
I'm
woman
not giving
pissed.
anybody a pass.
No, I'm
for
with you.
People being a flat out jackass. I'm not doing that, because one of the worst feelings as a property owner is to come home and see that your place has been burglarized, and you feel like you've been violated. That's violated.
That's right. Well, there's a lady on one of the reports on Facebook who is raising Cain with the police department because her son got shot and killed by a police officer while he was attempting to do an armed robbery. How dare the cops shoot him
while he was trying to do something wrong?
While he was armed robbing somebody.
While he had his somewhere he shouldn't have been.
That's right.
And two things you'll always hear from that is, one, why couldn't they have used a taser?
Why couldn't he use a taser?
Right. And then the other one is,
I got your taser.
He was such a good boy.
I got your taser. And I don't know why.
Did anything wrong ever.
Nobody's going to like what I'm about to say. I'm going to tell you, I don't like it when they go to them funerals and tell lies.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, isn't that disrespectful?
He wasn't no good boy.
He never got in trouble.
He didn't do what he was supposed to do in school. He didn't listen to nobody.
That's right.
He didn't listen to you. He
been in
disrespected
school
you.
in a year and a half, and he's only 14.
Here's what I hear. He never got in any trouble.
It's a lie.
Except for that one time
he was so
when
cute.
he was in that bank robbery. But then there was that other time he was just minding his own business at the construction place, and he didn't know his friend was going to steal the safe. And then there was that one time at the convenience store. He had no idea that they was fixing to rob that place. But then there was that other one time.
No, I mean, it's, you hear it.
It's Town Topic Tuesday. My next topic is customer service. Let me just say this to the people that's out there in the world of customer service. Let me just talk about this for a doggone moment here. First of all, if you're in the people business, the first thing you need to realize is that's exactly what you're in, the people business. You got to learn to be patient. You got to learn to be a little bit more tolerant. You got to understand that the person has a right to complain. They have a right to be frustrated. They have a right to almost sometimes just simply to not know the rules and regulations of what operates. It's your job to teach and explain. Okay? Stop just weighing your feelings on the surface, because if you're weighing your feelings on the surface and you're in the customer service business, you're in the wrong business. People are going to be something to deal with. They are. But you have to prepare your mind. If you're listening to me this morning, you're on the way to work, or you listen to me and you're getting dressed and you're in the customer service business, I've said this for over 20 years at least. The customer is not always right, but the customer is number one. Why?
They get those jobs because I got to have a job. I got to pay the bills.
Yeah, but they lie in the interview. I love people. I'm a people person.
And then here's
I just
the next
love people. They tell lies. Mike, they tell lies.
Okay, let's say you're selling phones for a big company. You're going to be bubbly and you're going to do your best to sell everything. But what happens is now businesses and governments have customer service. Governments didn't have customer service people when I was growing up. So now you take somebody who's
government
supposed
used
to
to have
doing,
government people. Now they have customer service people. Yeah. And now they have a few leftover government people who got to transition to be customer service people. And they're getting out of their comfort zone. Yep. And I don't have a strong tolerance for those kind of folks because they have to be reminded that the taxpayers pay their salaries.
I've had to deal with somebody before over the phone, and I say, listen, I don't mean to get smart with you, but let me just be very clear. I'm allowed to have a personal opinion. You're not. You're supposed to be a mindless droid working for somebody. I can tell you I'm upset because my bill's wrong, but you don't need to be telling me that my internet wouldn't be slow if I would have paid my bill on time. So I'm like, you just need to get another job if you apparently don't like your job.
They're totally out of order by saying such a thing like that. They're totally out of order by saying something like, and here's the thing. Here's the other thing about that. They have to realize that they're in the business to serve people.
That's right.
And like I said a moment ago, I'm not saying that as a customer service representative being on the other side of the counter that you just have to take all kind of foolishness coming from folks, because I know that people can be rude, they can be disrespectful, but at the same time, you have to be, Doc, are you listening? A professional. You have to be a professional as much as you can. Now, watch this. I'm going to be a professional, and I'm going to be patient and tolerant with you as long as I can. I'm going to say, ma'am, and yes, sir, and no, ma'am. I'm going to give you a minute to catch a break and get your breath. I'm going to allow you to vent because I understand standing on the other side of the customer service counter that you could be a little bit frustrated that your lights are off or your water being turned off. You're trying to make ends meet. You're trying to do this, that, or the other. It could be your last $45. I understand that as a customer service representative. So me knowing that, I'm not going to jump to a conclusion and try to stereotype you and put you into a category. However, there is a threshold, there is a line, there is a boundary. And I'm just not, you stay with me here. I want you to be professional. But now, don't touch the customer service representative. Because then you got yourself a problem.
Right, then you got a situation.
You got a situation. That's my word, Doc. You got yourself Houston, we have a problem. You got a situation. And I don't want to see you in the situation room.
Well, Commissioner, you must have listened to my podcast last week.
No, nobody listens to that.
Scotty, I'm not talking to you. You don't have the magic wand.
My wife would just keep going.
Oh, my God.
But
Did y'all notice her nose?
No.
How can you miss it?
Shit is sexy as all get out.
Sexy shoes.
Shit.
You got to lean back when she turns around. And
If she laid down right, we'd use it like a sundial.
If she looked up, while it was raining,
I'm so
she'd
sorry.
drown.
I hate I got distracted, but shit, I'm sorry. Doc, you was trying to tell me about
I'm trying to share my
service.
customer
why her nose is so
service.
big? Air is free.
She's been telling fibs.
Throw it him.
I'm kind of feeling some kind of way over here. I just looked at that.
Hold on, let me go walk back in again.
Yeah, you have to get a lower cut shirt though if you want my
I
attention.
just saw that nose and I thought about Bewitched.
You know Denise, right?
I wish that was
Yeah,
metal.
no,
Yeah.
Denise.
I thought you did.
Yeah, I've seen her
We go way
before.
back.
Really?
We go
So
way
you've been
back.
locked up.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't pay attention to her nose the last time she
It's
was
Chaos Tuesday.
Shit, that nose got me.
She had a boot on
That
last
nose
week.
got me
Oh my
blushing
God.
up in here. Anyway,
Oz in the
Shut up.
nose,
Mm.
Mike in the boot.
all right, now kind of go ahead. Let's try to reel me back in if you can. Help me, bring me back if you
Okay,
can.
hold on, go ahead.
Thank you. Cover it up. Cover it up.
Put
baby.
your finger
Cover
in it
up.
like you're picking the
Go
nose.
ahead.
That'll distract
Don't
everybody.
play
Oh my
with
God!
it.
I was
Don't
looking
play
down when
with
you
it.
said that, and I thought you were talking.
Shut
I
up.
thought you were talking to her, but
Forget
the
my
one.
keys.
Never mind.
Here we go. All right, Commissioner, you are a bad boy.
I can't.
Mm.
y'all.
I know the commissioner just
Doc,
told us.
you've got to speak up. You got to take control.
She's sleepy.
Take control.
Some number two you are.
So we were talking about customer service, and we were talking about being able to tolerate some of the foolishness that comes from the people on the other side of the counter, as well as the customer service agent or representative being a professional at all times. That's very important.
So, I go to a lot. I believe in the keep cash and Conyers. I believe so strongly in that. And last week, the kids wanted steak and shake. I hate going up to anything.
Oh boy, I know what you. Let's do a high five across the table because I know what you're gonna say. With the exception of one place I love to go to.
Yeah,
Now,
I
other than
Arizona.
that,
I already knew that.
I hate going anywhere up near Stonecrest, and I get slammed for it all the time.
Mm-hmm.
And people are like, you don't believe in supporting black owned. I'll just go ahead and say it. You don't believe in supporting black owned businesses.
Well, a lot of those businesses aren't black owned.
That's
And
right.
that's what I said. I
A
said,
lot of them are
number
corporate.
one, I
They
said
black operated.
they're black
That's right.
operated. They're not
Mhm.
black owned. I said,
Mhm.
it is not an African American owned franchise.
Mhm.
Number one, I said they may employ a lot of African Americans, but it is not an African American owned franchise.
Mhm.
I said, so please don't get it
And they ain't got
twisted.
nothing to do with training. But go ahead.
Right.
And I got no opinion to this other than I don't care about black owned. I care about Conyers owned.
I care about Conyers.
No, I
owned.
care
How
about
do y'all
customer
know if
service.
it's black?
I
owned
care
or
about
not?
customer service.
No, but you hear
Number
these
three,
people.
please.
You hear these people try to throw down who owns it. I don't
Right.
care who owns it. I want to be part of a good society with great customer service and the quality of food and the service in the
Right.
food and the
Mm.
happy environment.
Can I call out the McDonald's over at Stonecrest Mall right now? Because 3 weeks ago I went in there and I was standing patiently in the line as I I decided to go in, Denise, because there was a loop around the building. I said, I'll be
There
better
always
off.
is.
Yeah.
I'll be better off going in.
Yeah.
So I go in, and then the register at the far right, there was a cute little girl standing there running her mouth, but I thought her,
Which made her not cute.
but she was still cute, but it didn't make me fun at all. I just put me in a mess because I thought she was off on break, hanging out near the register because she was talking to one of her young colleagues, this boy. So, and when then after they had their long drawn out conversation with the line that I was behind 2-3 other people, she finally got to her register and stood with a correct posture and said, next customer. I said, do what?
7 minutes later.
Can you see? I can see him doing that in the middle.
I
Do
went
what?
off up in this baritone caught the attention of the inside dining hall at McDonald's at Stonecrest, and I demanded to see the shift leader, and I needed to talk to somebody. So I did call the 1-800 number.
Yeah.
And nobody's called me back.
Are you serious?
Of course.
Nobody has
Oh,
called
yeah.
me
No.
back.
I called the McDonald's.
I also
Jackson.
gave them my business card,
Right.
and you know the one I
That's
gave
right.
them because I was in that kind of
That's
pissed
right.
off mode.
That's right.
I threw it on them,
Yeah.
and I ain't heard of nothing
Yes.
yet.
Really?
Yep.
And I told that young lady I felt like I was her daddy at that moment.
Mhm.
I said, you ought to have common sense to know better. If you're talking to one of your colleagues, tell them, hold on, you got a dining hall full of customers
That's
out
right.
here. If I owned this place, I'd have sent you home
That's right. You'd have been
because
put
my
on.
customers
Yeah.
come first.
You've been put on break a half hour
Yeah,
or
half
two.
hour.
I'd put you on.
Go to timeout.
Yeah.
I'd say, hey, can I buy you a
What's
drink?
wrong with some
And
of
they
you
say,
people?
I can't drink
Now,
that.
So,
I would
okay,
rather-
so wait,
Commissioner,
Customer
back-
service. All right.
Well, let me ask this out of Doc though before you go into the whole story.
She's gonna get
Who was the
politically
one complaining to you about this?
Well, okay, so you know that I do a lot of the check-ins at like the social housing places
Right.
like that, and so I got a direct message on Twitter back one day, and it was like, "Hey, you know, you're
From
all-
who?
From someone that had recently started following me on
From
Twitter.
a black lady
I don't know, if
or
she
a
was-
white lady? Okay, the
well,
reason I
see-
ask is because typically, I don't mean this to sound rude, but typically you don't see too many white people yelling because you went to a black establishment.
Right.
But typically I have found a lot of the black folks mad because you're not going to
Going to
black
black
folks establishment.
It, you know, and
And I know that's so stupid.
but it's true though. It's true. But she's, you know, I got it, I tried to figure out who this person was, but she's got one of those names like Princess Goddess, and then she doesn't have a real picture up.
So she's a chicken
She has an
sheet, just like the
anime,
Klan wearing a
Yeah.
mask.
Yeah. So she's like, you know, you're quick to go support white businesses, but you know, you never support black businesses. I was like, okay, here we go.
Another bigot.
So I was like, here we go. So, you know, I was like, okay, so the kids wanted to go up to the Steak and Shake at Stonecrest. And I hate going up there because customer service is always lacking.
Oh, horrible.
So I pull up to the drive-through. We wait 20 minutes. You know, I packed my patience and everything, not my pistol, but my patience.
Mhm.
So
Pistol was in the car.
yeah, the pistol was in the car.
It was in the wrong place, but go ahead.
If
So-
you went to Stonecrest, it was definitely
you
in the
would've-
wrong place in the
If you
car.
would have brought it in, you were scared you might have.
Yeah. So we pull up to the drive-through, and the I tell the young lady, because you know I'm ordering for my son and my daughter because I refuse to eat there, and so my daughter wants the guacamole burger, but she doesn't want the meat, but she wants a double order of guacamole, the double steak burger guacamole.
But she didn't want the meat.
She didn't want the meat. You know, my kids
Just like her mom.
That's a long drive for guacamole.
So
Where's the point of the black hating on you for?
no, so what I did after we get into an argument that I can't get this burger without the burger and just guacamole, and then we get into an argument of I can't get the double bacon cheeseburger as a combo, and I'm clearly trying to order it as a combo. I'm just like, you know, at what point do you stop arguing with the customer when they are looking
And get them what they want.
right and give them what they want
Well,
when they're looking
Burger
at
King
the
said,
menu?
have it your way.
I've been on both sides. I hate standing behind people like you, by the way, in line.
Well, let me tell you what happened to me. I was at McDonald's one time, and it was me and one of the guys that I worked
too
with.
damn bad, Mike, because I'm just as important spending my money in front of you, and I'm gonna get what I want. And if you can't wait, then you just gonna have to.
Well,
it's
it's-
too
Go
bad.
somewhere else.
It's not that I can't wait. It's just it makes absolutely no sense to me to go up and get a guacamole double cheeseburger without cheese, meat.
Well, see, the
just
key thing
guacamole.
you said, it makes no sense to you.
Right.
It makes
So,
no sense.
so
to
how
me.
about this?
I ain't worried about your feelings. I'm talking about mine.
A buddy of mine named
After I
Clay.
get mine, I don't care about you, and you know what I'm talking about.
So look, we're standing in a McDonald's, me and my
National
buddy.
Geographic.
And my buddy, it's cheaper to buy the bacon, the sausage, egg, and cheese combo because it comes with the drink and the hash browns. It's cheaper to buy it that way than individually. So I'm getting the number 2, which is the sausage, egg, and cheese combo. My buddy says, I want the number 2, but could you hold the sausage? And the girl went, I can't do that. And he's like, sure, you can just not put the sausage on there. She goes, oh, we can't do this. And this turns into an 8-minute debate. And I looked at the woman. I said, let me give you a suggestion. Take his piece of sausage and put it on my damn biscuit. Because
I'm sorry, sir, we'll have to charge you double.
I said, if you're not willing to just save your piece of sausage, you can just put it on mine.
What's happening is
I made her think.
No, there you go. That's you took it out.
If that damn machine wouldn't have said to give me back $3.82, she would have been counting her fingers.
If it was down, they would have needed a calculator.
You're absolutely right. So
what am I supposed to do with the sausage? Just put it on my biscuit. Make it a Big Mac. I don't care.
Sling it across the.
I'm sorry, sir. If we take
throw it in your car,
the sausage that he's already paid for, and we put it on your biscuit, we're gonna have to charge you for double meat.
Yeah. Right. I mean, I had to pitch a fit, and we're in Kennesaw, and I'm like, this has got to be the stupidest debate I've ever seen in my life. We can't do that.
I got a good one. Remember Arby's roast beef 5 for $5?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Standing behind a guy. He's looking. I mean, there's like 3 people in front of him. I'm like, okay, that's more than enough time to make your decision. You knew you were going to Arby's.
That's what I say.
So he's standing there and he goes, hey, this Arby's 5 for $5. And she's like, yes, sir. And she was being a sweet girl. He goes, I just want 2 for $2.
That's not the 5 for $5.
And she goes, no, it's 5 for $5. He goes, yeah, well, let's do some simple math here. And I'm like, oh my God, you got to be kidding me. So I listened to it for seriously 10 minutes. System manager comes over, explains it. Manager comes over, explain it. And you know what I did? I gave the lady a $5 bill. I said, give him 5 freaking Arby's just so he'll leave.
So shut up.
Yeah.
Do you know how many times?
Give her the 5 and let him take the 2. You take the other.
No, I gave her $5 and I said,
do you know how many times? And this is not a lie. When I moved off of 124 and I stood at that Walmart at Annistown, I can't tell you how many times I went in there to get 2 bags of dog food. When I go to Walmart, I don't play around. I know exactly what I want. I go in, I get it. I get to the register
and get out of there.
There's a lady. Woman. There's a lady, and as stuff's getting rung up, she's like, "Boop! Can you give me that total? Can you give me that total? Can you give me that total?" And then she'd go,
crazy.
She'd go, I don't take this off.
Yeah, EBT in it.
That's what I was about to say.
But I want this. And I finally looked at her.
I can't go over my limit.
I finally looked at the woman behind the register and I said, you go ahead and let her ring that up and I'll pay the difference. Could y'all please hurry?
Yeah.
And then here's my thing about McDonald's. I don't like going to McDonald's with my kids anymore because here's my logic. If I pulled into McDonald's, I want McDonald's. I already pretty much know what I eat at McDonald's. And if it's either the number 3 quarter pounder or it's the number 1 Big Mac, but it's normally one of the 2. And it don't take but a second to make up your mind. So I get there with my kids who order the same crap every time. So I get there and I go, what do y'all want? And they go,
That's why beforehand I'll be like, kids, cheeseburger, hamburger, or chicken nuggets. Which one is it?
Exactly.
They make me sit while they try to figure out what they want, and then I still order the same thing that I probably could have just ordered if I'd went by myself.
All right, let's talk about customer service on the other side of this thing. Let's
go to a break real quick, and let's come back and do that.
10-4.
Let's talk to Oz about customer service, and you're going to cover it on what? Their perspective or our perspective?
I'm going to talk about their perspective, which is somewhat twisted.
Okay. Well, all right, everybody, give us just a few seconds, and we'll be right back.
Right back to Twisted Tuesday customer service stuff.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, this is so silly.
Yeah, I saw the video this morning. I'm like, she ain't gonna be at work.
Which one?
Her video from 1 o'clock in the morning when her wife got home.
It's mad, baby.
See it, I got up.
You want to hear something funny? And I know we're on YouTube.
Yeah, please remember that.
Well, me and an old girlfriend used to refer to as customer service.
What now? Okay.
Okay, as customer service. And I used to call up and I go, I'd like to speak to somebody about customer service. And she'd say, okay, hold on, sir. She'd come back yes, sir, what can I do for you? And it was a big joke. We used to do it all the time. So every time y'all are saying let's talk about customer service, it's
You have this like image.
cracking me up inside.
Is that why you keep giggling in the background?
Yeah. That, and then somehow or another, I ended up being the meteorologist for this big convention down in Savannah for enlisted soldiers. And the only reason I became a meteorologist is because there's a damn hurricane rolling in. And I was pilot, and I'm the only one who understood aviation.
You went to Wake?
So
I love a wave.
I've got this
Oh my God.
projector, and I
You know
got to
that
throw
whole
all the
concept.
news up on there, and there's like 1,000 people in there. And then they go, now we'll hear from the weather. And I used to get up there, and there's this one Air Force female, and she was just adorable. After I did my presentation, she came up to me, and she said, I bet you're great at customer service. And I just busted up laughing because all my friends knew what it was too, you know. And so she goes, I'm really good at customer service too. So you guys know me, man. I played
Oh my
it hard.
God.
I was like, customer service is the best. And she's like, you are the customer. And I was like,
And the whole time you're probably going, poke her eyes out, poke her eyes out, poke her eyes out.
it was just so funny. And then when she was leaving, she turned around and looked at me and she said, customer service. I'm like, customer service, baby.
I mean, AT&T Uverse, let me tell you, I had the one lady tell me that the reason my internet was slow is because if I'd have paid my bill on time, yeah, I got her
Somebody
boss on
really
the phone.
told you that?
Oh yeah, I had to place a complaint. I had another one tell me that if I wasn't trying to use too much internet while watching too much TV, and I said, what would you consider too much internet and too much TV? Well, apparently you have too many phones and pads signed on. I said, I'm home alone. what about, you know?
I had Comcast when it was one of the times that we were short on money, and I tried
The
calling
worst.
them,
The
and
worst.
I was like, I can give you this much right now and pay the rest next Thursday, the date. I'll give you the time I'll call. And they're like, I'm sorry, we can't take it unless it's the full bill. And I'm like, y'all are assholes.
Well, how about this? Uverse comes out. For 2 years, I've been complaining about everything freezing up, being slow. So finally, a dude comes out and says, man, I got this new tester. And I'd already been telling him, being an electrician, I'd already said, listen, if you've already swapped every component in my house and you've already wired everything in my house, then it means there has to be something feeding my house. They're telling me over the phone, well, we can't even see that we have signal coming to your house. You need to reset your box. And I went,
Wow.
if I don't have anything coming to my house, resetting my box is
Is they gonna
stupid.
do-
Send me somebody. So they send the guy out. The guy says, man, I got this new tester. He says, I'm going to go connect from your box on the side of your house and test from your house to the street. He comes back as I'm on the phone with customer service and says, dude, you're only getting 45% of your everything. And I said, we've been dealing with this for 2 years.
And I'd be like, and I want my money back.
No.
every
Listen to
month.
this now. So I tell the lady, I said, ma'am, listen, I've been paying full price for half-ass service. I believe I should be only paying half price for half-ass service. She says, sir, if you continue to cuss. I said, ma'am, let me explain something to you. Do you try to tell a Spanish person he can't speak Spanish? She says, no. I said, do you try to tell a Chinese person he can't speak Chinese? She says, no. I said, well, I speak Cussanese, and this is how this shit's going to work. And I ended up having to get customer service on the phone, and they ended up not crediting me a whole lot. They gave me like 2 months free, and then told me they're going to knock $10 off my bill for like the next 12 months. And I said, $10 off my bill for the next 12 months is nothing when you've been making me pay you $250 a month for 2 years.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, let's go back live.
Yeah, we're going back live.
Yeah.
And everybody watching video, I'm sorry.
Bite me.
They'll be okay.
All right, everybody, we're back. And Mike's in such a pleasant mood.
Why?
You
I'm
told
good.
everybody to bite you.
I like that stuff.
Don't do it.
Not you.
Don't get
Okay, listen, right before we get into that customer service, we had a text message that says, the funny part about a drive-thru, after you order and you pay, they then say, would you pull up, please?
Yes.
Of course I mind. If I wanted to wait, I'd have come inside. Which is true. That is the most aggravating thing. And here's what pisses me off too. They'll say, pull forward because we're waiting on your fries. So now they take my hot apple pie, they take my hot hamburger, they put it in a bag, Then they bring it to me when the fries are done. My fries are scalding hot. My burger's cold, and so's that hot apple pie. And my drink's mostly water, which I like it that way, but most people don't.
The people in customer service have been in customer service for so long, they tend to think that everybody is difficult. Everyone is not difficult. And it goes back to the 3 A's that you hear me talk about all the time: attitude, approach, and appearance.
When you make me difficult.
Right. They expect folks to be difficult. I'm not difficult. And in fact, I hate for you to tell me that I'm difficult when I'm not difficult at all. And don't tell me to calm down when I'm not.
How about don't tell me anything?
Don't, well, sir, would you calm down? Well, I'm just having a conversation with you. Why are you saying calm down? You're saying calm down because I'm calling your out. That's why you're telling me to calm down.
I had to look at a lady one time and say, you know what? You need to just shut up and read what's on that screen. Because she was trying to put her opinion in it.
No, wait a minute, Scott. Nobody didn't tell you to shut up.
Oh, no. I said you need to shut up and read what's on that screen.
Oh, yeah.
Because they were starting to put their opinion in it. Yeah. And I'm like, you just need to shut up and read what's on that screen.
I'm defending both worlds this morning, okay? I'm talking about the person that's in the customer service industry. Listen, be professional, be polite, be courteous, understand you got to be patient, and you got to have a big level of tolerance. I'm also saying to the consumer, people like us on the other side of the counter, listen, be nice, be respectful.
You're making me think about an insurance company I have.
Think about the other people around. Be considerate, be kind, and all of those good things. Okay. Hey. Don't jump to conclusions. And listen, I'm trying not to do this morning, but I'm gonna have to say this one more time, Doc. Have your shit together when you get to the counter.
That's right.
Oh my God.
Be prepared.
Be prepared.
You're gonna have to pay.
Right.
You're gonna place an order.
You better Boy Scout up when you go to Arby's.
I had direct insurance for just only a couple months because they are complete idiots. But I walk in and I said something about I need to find out why my insurance has been canceled. And they're like, well, Mr. Spence, we're seeing that your insurance is not canceled. I said, that's funny. The state trooper's office says I have no license, which means you canceled my insurance, but you've been taking my payments. And they go looking and find out that there's a Michael S. Spence in Alabama. They were putting my money into this dude's account. And then I said something else, and she looks at me and says, well, your insurance wouldn't be messed up if you wouldn't have been speeding so much.
No.
And I looked over at her and said, and your breath wouldn't stink if you didn't be smoking some cigarettes out front. If you'd been inside doing your job.
DJ Scotty, you off the chain.
It just blows my mind. If you're willing to cross that line, I'm going to jump rope on the line with you.
Tell him that. I just have to seriously. I love him to death, but I have to tell him he's off the chain. I mean, you bring a lot of this stuff on you.
No, I just believe that when you cross,
you provoke.
But when you cross that line, I'm going to go ahead and cross it with you.
Your Honor, he brought it on himself.
Yeah.
But see the difference.
Ask him what happened before that.
Here's the difference, though. Here's the difference. For instance,
Judge, can I show you the rest of the video?
I feel like Beaker and the Muppets.
Let's visualize. I come to, say, county commissioners meeting.
Mm-hmm.
You three are sitting up there.
Mm-hmm.
It's supposed to be working for the people.
That's right.
So if I, standing down there, try to say how I feel as a citizen about what's going on in my county, you really have to be careful on your personal opinion because it's just a personal opinion.
Right.
It's not a county opinion.
That's
it's
correct.
A personal opinion.
And that's what happens with people in customer service. They personalize every situation wait a minute, I don't want to overdo it. They personalize a lot of the situations, or should I say, some of the situations that are presented before them. And you can't do that. That's why I say you have to have the ability to separate between business and personal.
That's right.
You cannot personalize, well, he pointed his finger at me, or he cursed. Well, wait a minute.
There's a difference of poop, shoe, crap.
How old are you?
Yeah.
Have you never heard anybody cuss?
Yeah.
I mean,
let me see your phone. I bet you text that.
Well, he ain't gonna be cussing at me. Well, he didn't cuss at you. He just cursed when he talked. I mean, come on, people.
Oh yeah, I got a dude with customer service.
And I'm not defending some rude, impolite person who has a small vocabulary because all they do is cuss. I'm not defending that person because they're out of order. And that person that has that customer service job has a job and didn't come to work to get beat up on either.
Right.
I'm on.
That's right.
Come on now, let's just be fair. You know,
That's
I'm
right.
all about being equal and fair. But at the same time, when we're in the customer service business, we have to have a stronger tolerance and a level of patience to be able to tolerate things.
That's right.
Not personalized stuff. Be more professional, be polite, and be courteous. Now, when you feel that someone has crossed the line, step away from the counter.
That's right.
Back up.
The only time Mike has customer service
Mike
problems.
likes the lines.
Yeah.
Mike only has problems with the customer service on Metropolitan Avenue. The rest of the time,
I'm sitting here being quiet. I'm not saying anything.
because you're scared, I'm gonna bring up that hooker and them
No.
high heel shoes.
Okay, look.
Don't bring none of that stuff up because I don't
I'm
want him
being
going
quiet.
off on a perverted
being-
something.
Respectful. I'm thinking about my own customer service experiences. Yeah, y'all think about that for a minute.
If you don't understand, go watch the commercial.
Mike's
on
thinking,
YouTube.
Mike's like, pimping ain't easy. Down there at the
But-
old folks' home.
But just so you know, when I do go to the old folks' home, I know I'm going to the old folks' home, so I already know who I want.
He's got a whole different version of bingo.
Yeah.
So let's take the subject to another topic here.
Let's
Let's
go.
think about school last year and think about some of the stories we saw on the news. And remember the videos, the cell phone videos of the fights in the hallways,
Oh, yeah.
the fights on the school
Yeah.
bus. What about the stories of sex in the classroom?
Isn't that insane?
With
That
teachers?
Okay.
No, the teacher. What about
Wait a
the
minute. No,
teacher?
let's keep it real for a minute. Let me say this. Parents, here's where you come in. You're going to, first of all, have to manage your children.
Yes.
You're going to have to talk to your children. Stop thinking that it's the school's total responsibility to raise your child. It's your responsibility. You ought to be slapped embarrassed. If somebody called me and told me they caught my 18-year-old daughter having sex in a nasty school bathroom.
Well, how about
or
the
closet,
closet?
Anywhere.
Yeah,
or
the
underneath
teacher.
the
Yeah.
bleachers or in the closet, or any of that old freaky stuff that y'all did back in the day. If I get that
Oh, there's a
report,
y'all.
I'm going to be pissed. Not at the school,
Look,
But
I
at
couldn't.
my child.
but at my child.
Wait a
I
minute
couldn't
now.
have been
And I'm not
lucky.
going to blame the school.
I'm
Well,
gonna
because
blame
Mike's
my
saying
child.
I'm going to
wait.
get my child.
Wait a minute.
Wait a minute,
Wait
hell.
a
I'm going to
minute.
get my child.
Oh
Look,
my
I couldn't
God.
have got lucky enough
And
to have
now-
sex in the
now
bathroom.
But
the
if you
kids-
did,
wait a
you
minute.
would've.
But they're recording this freaky,
That's the
stupid
thing,
stuff.
too.
But watch
Right.
this. Now here comes Mr. Legality. Watch this. Did you know this? If that girl is not of legal age and she's engaging in, well, I don't care if it's consensual between the two kids. She's engaging in sex. Oh, buddy, somebody is in trouble.
It's pornographic.
But guess what? They don't even realize it. And guess what they did with their cell phone?
Mhm.
They recorded it, which means they did what?
Shared
They
it.
documented
They
it, and
documented
they're
it.
sharing it. So
and then it
now,
becomes
now because-
distribution of pornography.
all of that, but the court says, "Oh my God, Miss Jackson, is that not your son Mike or Tony?" Yes, it is.
Miss Jackson,
Well,
you're nasty.
he's
Mike or Tony.
he's guilty.
You know,
trying to say-
Hey, hold
I-
up. How about this? How about this?
I'm
Last
just
couple years back,
so you got
my
to educate
daughter.
your children. You got
How
to
about
educate
this?
your children.
Couple years, and it's not just the children. The parents and the teachers need to be smarter because a few years ago, hold on, y'all. I'm gonna start muting
I'm
people.
just not going to beat
A
up on the
few
school
years
system.
ago, my stepdaughter, took a picture of herself in bra and panties. Now, whether she sent it to a boy or not, it's not the topic right now. The topic is that it was in her phone. So she was in her classroom, and the teachers had allowed all the students to use the calculators on their phones.
Mhm.
So now there's one teacher that had been picking on my stepdaughter. So they end up in the cafeteria, not classroom. The teacher comes by, gets smart with the daughter, snatches up her phone. Her phone's unlocked. The teacher goes and sits down at the table, starts illegally going through my daughter's phone, going through her photos, takes the phone and passes it around for other teachers. Do you know that that's one count of child pornography? That's one count of child pornography.
Yep.
Every teacher that looked at this phone got one charge of child pornography. Then it ends up with the principal. I go in there to the principal to deal with the principal, and the principal wants to run his mouth until I start breaking out you do know that by you going in her phone was illegal. Secondly, the fact that you went through her pictures and started looking at pictures of my daughter in her bra and panty means you just committed child porn. and he wanted to bump them gums and wanted to get smart with me, and I had it all on video. He calls in a cop. The thing he didn't realize is he works in a county building. He has a county job, and I'm talking about the cop, talking about the principal. He has to answer to us. So as he starts getting smart, the cop has to then go, sir, the second that you brought me into the room, I now become the boss, not you. So the principal ends up finding himself in several deep hot water issues until me and the cop end up outside. And the principal's basically asking me to just, can I please go away and quit bringing up all these legalities that he broke, all these situations. And the thing is, all these teachers, we have such a new world of technology. They need to remember these things. Just because you take a phone don't mean you legally have a right to go through the phone. And these kids are taking pictures that they shouldn't be taking, because I told the daughter, I said, you do know if you take a topless picture and you send it to this 14-year-old boy, that's considered illegal. That's porn. And then when he shares it to somebody, that's illegal. It's porn. Not counting it ruins your reputation. It's going to be all over the school.
Well, that goes back to the teaching and the training at home. So I know that the school system are in violation of a few things here and there, and some of the teachers and school officials kind of get caught up.
It's just an overall. I'm just making a statement. It's an overall.
I just don't
we
wanna,
need to see it.
And the reason I made light of the few thing kind of said it that way, Doc, is because I don't want to lose the responsibility from the parents. I just at the end of the day, I'm old school. And I think the first place the responsibilities is on home. It's on the parents. It starts at home. You don't know. I don't care what you say. Once your child gets to that school, you don't know what they're doing.
You have no clue.
You hope
#hello.
they're doing what they're supposed to. You have a high hope that he or she is representing you well, but guess what?
You don't know.
You don't know.
No.
Okay. And I grew up at a time where the teacher was the law.
Yeah.
The principal was the law. And if my parents got a call from the school, after I'd already, back in the day, I'd already got my butt burned by the principal and or the teacher, my mama said to the principal on the phone, well, did you get him good? Because my mama said, I'm on the way up there. She got me either in the principal's office or on the way back home in the neighborhood, because I lived in a neighborhood school, and she tore my butt up. Or if I got off the bus and got home and the message had already made it home to my mama, my mama, this is what she said: take them off.
Oh,
you know what that meant, didn't you? Take them off.
Yep.
Because she didn't ask me what happened. What did the teacher do? What did the principal say? She said, take them off.
Yeah, there's plenty of times with my kids.
Take them off.
I
don't want to hear it.
You can't do that on school property anymore. It's considered child abuse, and they'll call the cops, whatever.
Jeez,
I would tell them, that's fine. I will check him out for 15 minutes. Take him across the street, wear his butt out, bring him back to school.
So parents have to take responsibility. This 2015-2016 school year, I just want to say, parents, get involved, go to PTA, show up at the school other than the time when you're there to raise hell about the fact that your child is failing a class or grade because you haven't been involved. Show up, get involved.
Oh, yeah.
Okay?
Well, they need to pay attention to their Facebook, pay attention to everything.
And stop taking your child's word.
Yeah.
Stop believing and stop turning to the child and go up there with your fist drawn at the teachers.
And the bad thing is our kids are idolizing what they see on Facebook. And, you know, when we had to take our stepdaughter, I say stepdaughter, our youngest daughter's phone one time, you know, we start snooping through her pictures. And she, you know, with your phone, you can snapshot. So you could see all her Instagram pictures that she snapshot. And what it was is there would be like that UFC girl, you know, with the flat abs and the tight body. And she kept snapshotting all these because in her mind, all these people that's on TV, all these people that are on the Facebook and all over Instagram, these kids believe they got to look like these kids. They believe they got to look like these people. Did y'all just really lose the headphone wire? Everybody, let's shoot off the commercial real quick. We'll be right back. We're having
services got disconnected.
Testicle difficulties.
Temporarily disconnected.
Yeah, Oz leans back. There it goes. All right, everybody, hang on. We'll be right back. It's just for fun in the morning. And we got a phone call to return when we get back.
Yeah, I think
You got your words all jumbled up this morning, don't you?
Did you get them plugged
How old
back
are
in?
your kids, Denise?
Do you want him?
How old are your kids? How old are they?
You brought
As
toilet
of
paper?
September, they will be 8, 9, and 10.
Oh, wow. What birthday in September?
Did you
The
find
9th and the
watermark?
21st.
No.
My younger two are 11 and a half months apart.
Wow. Wow.
So, yeah. But yeah, I've gone up and told the teachers I will check them out.
Oh,
You
there
can
it is.
go across the street,
Hey,
where
Mike,
they're
since you
bound,
sit
come
here,
back in.
look, right there.
I thought it was hanging
Under,
over.
yeah, it's just because it's black.
We need you to know.
I'm not an intern.
And my intern is gonna get beat when I see him again.
I'm a freaking on-air personality. I'm kind of important.
He tries to redo stuff.
Not number
'cause it
two or
suits his
Is
needs.
Wolfman Jack dead?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah.
He died a long time.
And Donna, his daughter, doesn't ever do commercials.
No,
No, she
that's
doesn't.
different.
I'm talking
Wolfman.
about Wolfman Jack.
There's
What are you
two
talking
different Wolfman.
Yeah.
Unclaimed Freight is a
No, I'm talking about the original Wolfman Jack.
Yeah.
Wolfman Jack's the radio host, and then Donna and the Wolfman is somebody trying to
Yeah, I don't know who the hell that Wolfman is.
ride
I'm
the.
talking about the old school Wolfman.
Old school Wolfman
Oh,
used to
see, I
go.
didn't. I thought
Yes,
you
I
were
was.
talking about the furniture people.
I know.
No, they're fake. They're copies, just like the new Colonel Sanders.
He's
What?
creepy.
Don't pick on Colonel.
My wife's like, "This is creepy seeing him when I know he's dead." I'm like, "Hello, how many Ronald McDonald's do you think there's been?"
No, but
Thousands.
the new KFC dude is creepy as hell.
No, he's not. He's from Saturday Night Live.
Who, the
You're
Colonel
right.
Sanders guy?
Yes.
He looks like the old guy.
Isn't the guy that plays the new Colonel
I don't
Sanders?
care
Wasn't he the
what
guy
he
that used to
looks
play
like. He
Bill
don't look like
Clinton
the
on
other
Saturday
one.
Night
He's
Live?
creepy.
That's what I thought.
Saturday Night Live. Hey, I got a question. Every last person in this room, probably, except for Doc, because she has morals and scruples and stuff.
Yeah, whatever.
I had sex somewhere on school grounds when I was in high school.
I never did.
I never had.
I never. Why?
No, I never.
We would
did.
just skip school.
I didn't
I
either.
didn't lose my virginity until after I graduated.
I didn't know. Lord,
Do you know what would
man.
have happened if we'd have got caught at school? A, it would have been gossip galore, and B, look at the crap we would have been in.
I didn't.
What
do
kind of
that.
car did you have in high school?
Car?
Yeah.
I didn't have a car in high school.
Okay. 4 black folks. Doc, what kind of car did you have in high school?
I had a 1992 Ford Escort,
Brand new?
brand new. Yeah.
Man.
I
had a
those
Chevette.
until after high school. I bought my own right after high school.
Really? So
It
your
was a-
address is a license plate?
Pretty much.
Never mind.
What
kind of
year
car did you
model was it?
Chevette, 77 Chevette.
What year? I don't remember what year it was.
68
but it was a
Chevelle,
Geo
though.
Metro.
Hub-
Like,
hub-
Geo
caps,
Metro. Ooh, Lord.
white.
all my friends.
I remember that.
Tweed seats,
Oh,
oh, Like, they would- God. they-
no
mess around
back
with me.
seat. Thank God, because I put a speaker box there anyways.
Would pick up my car and
Oh,
move it
man, I
somewhere
had a 68
because it was so
Chevelle.
small.
That back seat was as big as this table.
I'd be like,
Yeah, there was 3 or
Where's
4.
my car?
car.
My back seat was so big we could have 3 couples back there having sex and nobody touch anybody. The back seat of my car was as big as this table right here. I'm not.
Is there a
Did you
reason
have
we're
an El
having a
Camino?
backseat
They
conversation?
were all in my high school.
The song El Camino.
I had a 68 Chevelle.
And how funny is it? And this is gonna slap you with reality. Is when we were kids, we kept yelling at our parents to leave us alone,
Well-
quit telling us what to do. And now we are telling our kids what to do.
Well, that's a rite of passage. But okay, like a friend of mine called me last night. We were talking till 2:00 in the morning probably, and she has a 16-year-old son. And you see what I'm saying is when you look at him, he looks like a well-groomed, perfectly manicured kid.
Until
But when he's not that. He's that in front of his mom. It's a single mom. Y'all know how single moms are, especially in the history of me. Single moms generally overcompensate with their male children because there's no dad in the picture. And that's the case here. The kid, I mean, when he was drinking when he was 14.
I went to open house last Wednesday.
Don't point at me with that pen. I'll come over this table.
Do it.
It'll take a minute, but
Yeah.
I'll get you.
My
Won't be pretty.
son's 5th grade class has cameras in the room, and she showed it. She had it up on the screen, whatever they call them, active board, whatever.
But
and she said, and I was like, those are probably for the parents that are like, oh, my son wouldn't do that. She was like, last year 3 times parents came in, were like, my son wouldn't do something like that. She was like, hold on a second,
let me show you.
let me show you.
So you gotta be careful.
I applaud that because when I ran
I
the
don't mind it.
in-school suspension program for Rockdale High from 2000 2003,
Good.
I always thought that we should have cameras in the classroom. I had to get out of there after 2003 because being from where I'm from, having been a policeman all those gazillion years, and I'm a straight talker. When I tell your ass to sit down, that's exactly what I expect you to do.
Right.
And I'm not going to tell you more than once.
I'm not going to tell you more than once. So I knew had I stayed, Doc, I'd have been doing an interview with the Anderson Cooper.
That's right.
So, it was time for me to get my
All right,
black
let's
ass
go.
out of there.
All right, everybody, we're back. Look, we just talking about kids in high school. I was just sitting here saying to my wife.
This is going to be a good school year too, by the way. And I'm very optimistic about the great things that's going to take place for this school year. But I'm just saying, and that's the reason why I brought up last year and reflecting back on the news stories of last year and how some of the things that take place on the school bus, the schoolyard, the football game, in the classroom, in the bathroom, and all in and around the school campus. Parents, you ought to be embarrassed. Parents, you ought to be teaching and training your children. Parents, it is your responsibility first. Go ahead, Scotty.
No, I was just going to say, I was talking to my wife, and I said, what's funny is when I look back at me and my brothers, everything I ever did wrong, I paid for. I paid for it. I mean, and I don't mean financially because I never cost my parents money. I got in trouble, but I never cost my parents money. I said the cool thing between me and my brothers that was different between me and my brothers, my brothers cost my parents cash to fix the stupid stuff they did. Me, I got in trouble and got expelled from school, or I'd get in trouble and just the stuff I did was my physical problems with fighting and getting in trouble. I paid the price. I didn't force my family to have to physically or financially have to deal with my burdens. Most of the time, if I got in trouble, I fixed it before my parents found out. or when I get expelled, that they found out about. But like if I got suspended for a couple of days, my parents didn't even know because I was ashamed. I knew my mom was going to backhand me.
That's the word right there. I was ashamed.
I
was embarrassed. These kids are not embarrassed.
They're anymore.
Not ashamed. When that teacher said to me, as they knew my parents, Oz, I'm going to call your mom. I was.
And your face went pale white.
I was jacked up the rest of the day.
That's right.
I was done. I was done because I knew what was waiting on me upon my return to the house. And it was in Oz. I know you're not acting up. I'm like, oh Lord, that's the lady that goes in my church.
Right.
Look,
so she's going to talk with mom and God.
Right.
That happened to me about like 3 weeks ago too. So.
Look, when I was 17 and I was working at Ingles, and me and my mother had gotten into a big fight and argument over the
They
phone.
had Ingles back then?
Yes. And I worked in the bakery, and it was real simple. When me and my mother got
that
in,
wasn't A&P?
Nope. When me and my mother got into it, I said, you know what, Mom? That's fine. I won't come home. The keys will be under the floor mat, and I would just leave the car and I'd start walking. I'd get off work. I'd leave the car at Ingles because that was the rule. If you're not gonna live by my rules, then you don't live here. And there was a couple times I'd leave the car and I'd start walking down Harrison, and her and my stepdad, they'd pull up and get the car, take it home. And my punishment was, if you're not going to live here, you want to be a big adult, you go live out there. And let me tell you, after a week of not having to eat anything but ramen and having to stay on my friend's couch, the first 2 days, you're like, woo, freedom. By Wednesday, you're like, man, I'm real hungry. Man, I miss
my mom.
I wish I had a change of underwear. Oh my God, these socks are horrible. I need some new socks. And you go. My family was real simple, and I live by it too. You want to be an adult? Here's your first taste of being an adult. Feed yourself. And that's just the way I grew up. And it makes me so disgusted when I see this. So you got in trouble. Okay, go sit down and do a timeout for a minute. Okay, you ready to go back doing what you're doing? No, they see no consequences to their actions, so they just keep on doing it. My youngest daughter has said to me while riding in the car, and I'm fussing, her saying, I'm not worried about it. You know, Mom will give my phone back. She always does. I'm like, no, you're going to go 3 months without your phone. Well, you say that, but Mama's just going to give it right back to me. And I'm thinking, I'm going to throw that phone in the damn lake. There'll be no giving you the phone back. Now, this is several years ago when she first came into my life, and she just knew I got Mama wrapped around my finger. And I'm like, I'll throw that phone in the lake. She goes, you'll just have to buy me another one. And I said, when I get good and ready. But otherwise, your phone's gone. Because that's how I do it. You know, I don't play. And I had dated a girl one time, and her 2 kids had moved in with me. And I kept telling her kids to clean up. I need you to clean your room. Need you to clean your room. They didn't want to clean the room. I looked at my daughter. My daughter was 8 years old. I said, Emmy, tell John what's going to happen if he don't clean that room. She said, my daddy's going to take all your stuff, and he's going to walk to that front yard. He's going to throw all your new clothes in the yard, and we're going to watch the dogs chew on your clothes. And he goes, he would really do that? She says, he's done it to mine. And that's like, either you clean it up and do what you're told, or them dogs are going to play with your clothes. I'm just real cut and dry. The rules are the rules.
I have to, with my oldest, he doesn't act like my oldest because he has some problems and stuff. But he's
acting just like you is what you mean.
No, somebody else. But anyway, we live next to railroad tracks, and like, I promise you, I don't care how many times a train comes by a day, and he like runs out on the porch. So I will shut up.
Squirrel.
I will. Yeah,
that's been this whole show.
I will. If I'm getting to the point where nothing's working, guess what you can't do?
Go see the train.
And it hits him where it counts.
He really wants to see that train.
That is his pride and joy.
You're kind of mean.
Don't piss
dude,
me
you want to
off.
see mean? Okay, one girl I dated had this redhead child named Mandy.
Redheaded stepchild.
And Mandy was so horrible. One time I was stuck babysitting.
Wait a minute. Tell me about, what does the color of her hair got to do with the story?
I'm just going with it for a second. So I just want you to see the sassiness.
Ginger snap.
Envision Annie, because this is what she tried to do. In front of her mom, she was the perfect kid. Then her mom went to work, and the girl got smart. And I said, you know what? I'm about done with you. Go stand in a corner. So she goes and stands in the corner, and about 5 minutes into the corner, she got her head all leaned up on the corner, and her whole body's. And I said, you know what? You need to be standing on your own 2 feet. So the whole time she keeps looking over her shoulder trying to watch TV and kept getting smart. And I said, you going to keep getting smart with me? She said, well, you're not my daddy. I said, I said, okay, you don't touch the wall. Don't turn around and see that TV. She kept on. I said, stand there on 1 foot. And I made her stand there for 30 minutes on 1 foot crying. And that little girl never, ever got crappy with me again. And I think it's because we as kids knew when Mama said no, Mama meant you better no.
And the definition to the word no was not mean.
Right.
No was just no.
We just knew.
I don't know why the new definition of the word no is mean. I'm not
And
mean because I said no. No is no.
No doesn't mean no. No means let's negotiate.
Let's negotiate.
No, not to me.
Well, you've negotiated before.
I didn't negotiate with my mama. My mama negotiated my ass on that floor is what she did.
You know what? I've got 3 children. I've got my daughter's 25, my oldest son's 18, my youngest son is 12. And I'm not praising anything. I'm not patting myself on the back, but my oldest,
usually when
Roseanne,
somebody says that, they are doing it.
Well, yeah, I am. I guess I am. My daughter got 1 spanking her whole life. She walked out in the snow. She was about 1, maybe 2 years old. I was calling for her. That was a snowstorm here about 25 years ago. Maximilian, the one going to Southern Polytech, he swears up and down he's been spanked 3 times, but I can only remember 2. All right. Santino.
We remembered a lot more, so you must have forgot.
Santino. I mean, we beat on Santino now, like, third kid's kind of sucky, but they're all brilliant children. They are very respectful, and I can tell you this: the majority of that came from the way my ex-wife raised them. Very strict. What kind of collectively we taught them, one is education. They know about cultures of other places. They know about languages of other places. They were challenged with math when they were 4. Okay. And that's from parenting. The next thing is when we go and sit, we love Waffle House. When you look at me, can you just not see that?
You're scattered, smothered, and covered.
Oh my God, that's exactly the way I order 3 over mediums.
And that's the way he orders his hookers.
So now get this.
Don't get him started with that, Scotty.
Now, here's the point I'm trying to make is when we're sitting in Waffle House, okay, if we sit near the door, because I'm paranoid half the time, if an older person or somebody struggling to come in, or a lady or something like that with a baby, my boys jump up from their meal and open that door. And if they don't, I'll smack them. And now I'm teaching my grandson the same thing. And it's like if we're walking somewhere and there's a lady coming in with kids, let's say, to, I don't know, CVS or something like that, I will smack him, just give him a nudge, and I'll say, go get that door. There's no negotiation on that. If he says no, I smack him. If he says anything other than move, I smack him. Now, that's probably not the best parenting.
I hear a bunch of smacking going on.
Oh, you've seen me. Even when my kids come here. Yeah.
D-backs.
It's Town Topic Tuesday, and we're switching gears again. And I want to talk about the people that's in the community who need to know how to get involved with their community. I talk to people all the time, Doc, and they say, look, how do I get involved? How do I get in touch with the county commissioners? Exactly what is a county commissioner? Also, what is a city council? Oh, my God, we really do have a mayor. Yes, we do have a mayor in the city of Conyers. So let me just tell you this.
But now, Mayor, he only deals with city issues, right?
Only the city.
I just want to make sure people got it.
The city deals with the city issue, and the county
deals with all
the mayor,
county.
by the way, somebody says, what's his name? Mayor Randy Mills is the mayor of the city of Conyers. Mr. Tony Lucas is the city manager who runs the city limits and the city jurisdiction within the city of. We have only one city in Rockdale County. Now, for the Board of Commissioners, there's only 3 commissioners in Rockdale County. We meet every Tuesday morning. This morning, I'm going to the meeting. The meeting starts at 10 a.m. If you have a concern, an issue or concern, I encourage you to come out to the meetings, okay? I encourage you to contact your county commissioners. How can you do that? I'm glad you asked. www.rockdalecounty.org. You can send an email to each one of them. You can call them. The number, what is the number? You pick up a pen, you grabbing something while I'm saying this. Here it is, 770-278-7000. Isn't that an easy number to remember?
Oh, I love
770-278-7000. Then just ask the switchboard operator who you're calling to talk to, what your concern is, and they should, keyword, point you in the right direction. But here's the thing. A lot of folks don't know how to get involved with what's happening in their community. Here's the most interesting time of the year for it, especially for the Board of Commissioners. The budget season. Why is the budget season so important? That's your tax dollar getting ready to be allocated and distributed throughout the county government departments. You get to watch how your money is spent. All the tax dollars that are collected, you have a say. You get to come to the public hearing and see how your county leaders are distributing and allocating funds to those areas that you have said most important to them. Okay. And I want to encourage people this year in particular, and we're going to be doing that down in the month of November.
So November has to do with the money part.
November is the budget season.
That's when we all need to be there.
Why do you have meetings during the day? What if people want to go there at work?
That's why they have meetings during the day.
Hey,
no.
I
love that question.
Let Oz go with this because we've discussed this.
Thank you, Denise.
Hold on. I want you to say that one more time and be very punctual with your words so everybody can clearly hear what you just said.
I don't remember exactly how I worded
it. Google Translate.
The meeting is at 10 o'clock.
The meeting is at 10 a.m. Why is it during the day so that people who want to go to it can't because they're working?
So before I answer, can I get a high five in the middle of the air? Okay, there it is. Wow. Ooh, I felt that. Feels so good. Felt like a church lady. Anyway, let me tell you, she's absolutely right. We have our meetings at 10 o'clock in the morning where most people are where? Work in school. They can't get involved and have a real voice in terms of what's going on. I am in favor of the evening meetings. Why? Because most people can be off from work by 6 p.m. and they can come out and be involved in the meeting. Now, we used to host a once a month evening meeting, and I want to bring that back.
Let's bring that back.
I really want to bring that back because it's clear to me that in order to give folks a clear voice and have an opportunity to have a say, you need to fix it at a time
They can be there.
They can
Right.
be there.
Yeah,
It's
because
just-
why is it
it's
that Channel
just common
5 shows all this video footage of
common
these
sense.
great meetings and the towns in there and everybody's on board?
That's in the
and,
evening.
And I walked into y'all's that one time last November, and I was one of 10 people.
Because-
and most of them
because
that were there were
most
newspaper people.
Most people are at work during the day.
So the people, so you're saying, no, let me say it because I don't want it to sound like you're saying.
Mhm.
So I'm interpreting this by what I've seen, and what I've seen on video is that all these taxpayers that pay these taxes, that pay for all these things that the commissioners are delegating where they go, all these people that supposedly have a voice only have a voice one time because they get to vote who they want in, but then they are like sheep and they're corralled and put away until the next election because none of us get to speak unless we take off work and come to this meeting.
Well, let me say this too, because a lot of people, now keep this in mind, even if we had all of the meetings in the evenings, Denise, I do want you to understand this. Most people in the community, they are not coming out to a meeting anyway. They just won't. The principal will tell you the same thing about the PTA. The majority of the parents that have kids enrolled in the school will not participate in the PTA program. The majority of the people who are members at the church will not be a part of the church program. There's only a handful of people who are almost always involved. Now, there are some folks who are retired. There are some folks who are available during the daytime, and they get a big kick out of coming to the Board of Commissioners meeting, and they get a chance to grandstand, or they like going back home and watching themselves on
the
television.
Yes.
So that's, some people get a kick out of that. There are folks who do in that crowd that come out who really have a real legitimate and valid concern and a legitimate say. But I am in favor, I'm serious about this, of having that evening meeting to accommodate those people. And one of the things I want to do going forward is get more people involved in our community by educating them. And this is what I've learned over the last 3-4 months here. May, I started on the patio of Pernell Bread.
Mm-hmm.
June, I went to Awake Coffee for the whole month of June. July, I went over to Betty's Home Cook for the whole month of July. This month,
Where?
I'm over at Mammy's Kitchen now.
And that's the one, the railroad tracks in Old Town.
At Rockbridge, right.
Okay.
So, but here's what I've learned. Why don't, as chairman, I take the meeting to the community? Have the meeting out there with the people. Get outside those stiff walls of the Board
Stop
of Commissioners
sitting behind a desk jacked up off the ground.
Go out into the people. The folks who are afraid of the people are the folks who don't want to hear from the folks.
Well, they're afraid of what the people are going to ask.
Absolutely.
Right.
And that's one thing about me. I'm not afraid of the tough questions. I think when you have someone asking a question that doesn't sound all that right, that gives you an opportunity to educate them.
Oh, yeah.
And explain to them what the deal is. But more importantly, you see me there sitting at Mamie's kitchen. You got a concern or you got something to say. You say, well, at least I know where he is.
Right.
If I can put my hands on him, I can do this. You may not have all the meetings out like that, but I think throughout your tenure, every now and then you ought to take it to the community. You know, whether you call it a town hall.
Well, being part of the people means
meeting.
You got to associate with the people.
You got to
And
connect.
it's in a
You
neutral
can't-
place.
You
It's
can't
neutral.
speak
It's in a
for the
neutral
people
place.
if you won't go around
It's
them.
in a neutral place. People don't feel so government stiffish.
Do you know how bad I felt when the meeting I went to was over, and I'm standing there, and there's police officers I know, other citizens I know, newspaper people that were standing there, and
You were summoned.
all of y'all, other than the chairman, was left sitting up, a good 12 inches above me, looking down on me to tell me as he leans back in his fat chair that my tax dollars paid for, and you use the words, you wasted your time.
Right.
Who the friggin' hell are you to tell me, a citizen, that I wasted my time coming to talk to the commissioner when I believed you're my commissioner? If I have a problem, I need to come talk to the commissioners, not just a commissioner, supposedly the top of the food pyramid commissioner. I'm supposed to come to the guy who runs my county. And guess what? He ran his mouth, told me I wasted my time. I don't know who the hell you are and what pipe you were smoking, but you acted stupid. And I offer, somebody brought up that I have Oz on the show. I offer this position for anybody. If you want to come sit on my show, you can come tell me whatever you want. But I guarantee you, in my place of business, you're not going to tell me I wasted my effing time.
Well, it's not about Oz. It's about customer
It's about
service.
It's about my community.
It's about respecting the
Right.
people's
It's
time.
about, yes.
It's about the guests and anybody that comes into our meeting, whether they're part of the public comment section or segment of the meeting, or whether they wait until after the meeting and talk to any one of the three commissioners. We as commissioners, as public servants, have the right to listen to what people have to say and not to belittle those folks and never tell somebody you wasted your time.
And in front of people.
Come on, think
embarrass
about
me
that.
like
You
that.
just don't do that.
I mean,
Oh, we did in front of people?
Yeah.
Well, the cops and everybody that I knew, we were
Yeah.
okay. So when I got finished talking, the newspaper people and everybody else was asking who I was.
They all said, ooh.
They were asking about the radio station. They were asking about what road this was that we were having all these problems on. And as they were standing there asking me, I get, Mr. Spence, could you come down here? And he made sure he waited till everybody
And he comes,
left.
like right here.
Right. And of course, with him sitting up in his chair, sitting behind his little desk, he's sitting above me, looking down on me. And everybody knows in all the psychiatry shows you have ever watched, the
It's a
whole
power
raised
move.
desk
Yeah,
is a power move
that's a
looking
power
down
move.
at you. And he wanted to tell me that he applauded me for coming in and speaking my mind, but it was a waste of my time. That they
You
have
would have had to
no
hold me
control.
back. I would have been wanting to jump up that desk.
So I just said, no, it wasn't a waste of my time. And I pointed, and he didn't know what I pointed at. And I said, I pointed again. And he looked over his shoulder. I said, see that camera? I said, that camera just showed me beg each and every one of y'all to save my street before another life is lost. Because we've already had one baby killed on this road. There was a miscarriage. One of my neighbors was hit and she lost her child. Now we've had these wrecks. Not counting, we just had a truck that blew up. And what's it going to take? Is it going to take a kid getting killed? Because I find that we've already had one baby be killed, but I find that one life is worth a lot more than this sucker's SUV that he bought and the price of what it's going to cost for, a couple speed bumps and maybe some flashing lights and maybe a couple of signs. I find that one life more valuable than any of the crap that I keep getting told as excuses to why we can't do something on this road. But then we got this other road that has elementary school on it. One elementary school, and they've got these islands put in the middle of this road that people speed down. One elementary school
But
with no sidewalk going down that road.
Right.
I've got a sidewalk and two schools and I can't get anything done.
I had a friend in high school when those were put in that still flew through it.
Yep.
Guess what happened? He wrecked.
Tell me.
His arm went through the sunroof and it tore his whole arm apart.
Well, I got a neighborhood across the street from me that has big speed humps put in, and I'm thinking I've got two schools with a sidewalk. With kids that walk down it.
Right.
And I've called and left pictures and video to the guy that runs the school buses. And I can't even get them to slow down the school buses. But that's another gripe for another day.
I want more people to get involved. And that's what I'm talking about. I think
That's why we need the meetings.
I think it's important that people know how to get involved and to encourage folks. And I really appreciate what Denise said about why we're having the meetings at 10 a.m. in the morning when people are at work. I want to bring the meetings back to 6 p.m. at least once a month. But I do want you to understand that one of the reasons, there you go.
One in the morning,
absolutely.
one at night, one in the morning, one at night.
And you have to understand that our job is to provide customer service for the community. It's the taxpayers' money. I cannot get away from the fact that we work for the citizens. We work for the taxpayers. Now we have to make real decisions on behalf of the community. That makes sense. But it's time for Rockdale to speak up and speak out and start getting involved with what's going on in their community. People need to start telling it like it is. And the only way you're going to do that, you're going to have to show up.
That's right.
Or Doc will tell you, you can also send in an email.
Yes.
Send in an email, but you got to do that follow up and follow through. Because if you don't get a response in a timely fashion, hey.
Just send it again a year later.
Send it again a year later. That's the way it's currently set up right now.
Right.
That's going to change. I'm confident and I'm optimistic about the future of Rockdale County.
Oh, yeah. Whoop, whoop. Now, what time do you got to get out here? It's 9:00.
Folks, this is Commissioner Oz Nesbitt.
I guess
You've been tuning in to Just for Fun Radio.
That's what the alarm was.
And
Yes.
that's right. Don't forget to, if you want to reach out to me, you can always do that by dialing direct to me at 770-624-9446. That's right. Do what? Text me, baby.
Text is best.
me. Text is best. 770-624-9446.
Not while you're driving.
Yeah, but not while you're driving.
Park it.
Not while you're driving. Absolutely.
Don't text and drive.
Wear your seatbelt.
You know, in almost every
Don't
phone
drink
I've
and drive either.
If you do drive really fast, it
Don't smoke and drive.
reduces your exposure time. For the most part, you know, you can post or you can set it up on your phone that it says I'm driving.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Which I think is pretty cool.
Yeah, because there's some people I've been able to text and they says, and I get this message back saying, I'm driving right now and I'm not able to text.
Yeah.
It was not worth me texting and driving, da, 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 da. I like that.
Or there's even like my phone has a car mode. Any calls that come in, it automatically either puts it on speaker or if
Okay.
a text comes in, it will read the text to you and you can say respond.
That's because you
and
have to do a
talk back to it.
breathalyzer before.
Well,
you
if
start
everybody notices my incorrect spelling, a lot of times I hit the speak button and I'm like,
Yes.
da, 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 and sorry for typos because I'm speaking into my phone.
Mhm.
But I've learned to Scotty speak.
You just got to.
I got on Google Translate. I got a Scotty app.
Well, you got to have a relationship with your phone too. I've got a
That's
relationship.
weird.
Mike's had it with his phone, but
Her
She
name-
broke
And
up
his
with him.
laptop and his tablet.
It was Siri, but I've changed her name. Absolutely.
yeah,
She's something else.
Mike got caught having relations. They charged him with a technological crime. I'm gonna stop there.
I think I'm leaving.
Crime against
All right,
technology.
everybody. Thanks to Oz for coming in. He's heading out to the meetings, y'all. So we're gonna head off to a commercial. We will see y'all back here in just a few seconds.
All right.
All right, folks.
Thank you, Commissioner.
Thank y'all. It's been real. It's been good. And I forgot to talk about the midnight barbecue coming up. Did I not talk about that? I didn't say a word about it.
Say
Did
a word about
I?
that.
The midnight barbecue coming up August the 28th, Mike.
Okay, you
My
got
birthday!
a
Friday,
page on
August the
it.
28th.
You
It
gotta-
won't start, Denise, until 12
You
o'clock
have
at
a
night.
page.
Midnight barbecue. You got to get up, come out, girl.
Is this it right here? Let's see. Midnight barbecue, August 28th,
Barbecue?
Commissioner Oz. Got you.
Barbecue.
Well, that's
yeah.
it.
It's something
Right
about this studio.
Yep.
I'll
Oh,
start posting
okay,
right
so
now,
it
buddy.
is his barbecue.
Mhm.
I thought he was.
A midnight barbecue. That would
Barbecue.
be fun. Where's it going to be? Wheeler Park?
No, it does still say Wheeler Park.
It does,
I
sir.
got to change that. It's going to be at the Old Town Pavilion.
Right in the middle of town.
Right where we had the fish
Okay,
fry.
right. Fun.
Where they had the fist fight, you said?
Fish fry.
Oh, I thought you said fist
Oh,
fight.
man. That would be fun.
that's where they have a fist fight.
Fist fight.
Oh my God.
I didn't get any sleep. That's why I'm about to call the doctor real
My
quick.
brother.
See if she can at least look
Yes,
at my
sir.
back because
I'm taking it easy this month.
I've had it.
I'm really
had
going
it down on
low
the
key
back of
this
my
month.
leg,
I've been going
and it didn't hurt this
hard
bad.
for a
I don't
while.
know if it's because between
So
my
I'm
shoulder
gonna
blades
lay-
and she
I'm
did
gonna
the
lay low.
sutures
I
up
gotta
and
take my
down.
daughter to school
So I don't know if
next month.
that's
My
why
son's
it's like
coming. I'm
pulling or
gonna bring
something.
him on the show with
Oh,
me.
that's-
My son
you're
from
miserable.
Virginia, my 16-year-old, is gonna be here with me in a few
How many
days.
you got?
And I was like, I took some
Yeah.
Tylenol and I called him yesterday. They were going to call something in, but I can't take tramadol because it gave me a seizure. And I guess that's what they called in. So then they canceled it and called in 100 milligrams of ibuprofen. And I'm like, that's what I've been taking. I told you.
Right. I need something different.
I was like, I'm not trying to like just get pain. I promise you. I was like, it hurts.
Yeah.
So I'm just,
so
trying not to.
she's. I mean, she'll understand once I talk. That's why I don't even want to like try to get anything. I want to go in and have her look at it.
I can't
See
force
if
you.
Can't force
there's
you.
something weird.
What do they call that pavilion,
I
Oz?
know Friday is National Beer Day.
Yeah, I'll be drinking.
Give them permission for
We're
that.
bringing it.
Hey,
Bringing it.
yeah.
We should go to Gravity.
What's the pavilion called? The real name?
Old Town Pavilion.
Old Town Pavilion. All right.
Gravity?
Yeah, that's the name of it, Gravity. I gotta go over there. What's the name of the folks that own that?
Old Town Pavilion. Oh boy. Here we go. This is how we do it. Hey, Doc, spell pavilion for me, please, man.
PAVILLION, I think.
Well, that's why I spelled it, but it says spelled it wrong.
Do a shout out to Kaylee's.
Yeah, I was
Coloring.
just going to tell you that. No,
Doc, you suck today. That no sleep.
Shut up, Scotty. I can't talk
Can't
over
believe
y'all.
you used the shut up word. There was a lot of over talking this morning.
And I am not going to talk over y'all. I will not compete with y'all.
The hell you won't.
I will not compete with you, damn it.
How do you spell pavilion?
If you had an iPhone, it'd start spelling it for you.
PAVILION.
Just speak into the phone.
Ask Google.
I just told you,
ASS
Mike.
Google.
Pavilion.
Perverted.
PAVILION.
It's saying that's not how it's spelled.
Damn it. It is how it's freaking spelled.
Pavilion.
Listen, you won't want to compete to talk, but you'll
There's
get
only one
snappy
L,
in a
sweetie.
second.
I just,
There's only one L.
Mike, I just
You
said
said
that.
two L's.
I just said PAVILION.
You said LLION.
And then I corrected it.
I swear to God.
Don't pay me back, can you?
That's what you ought to do. Back into the left. Back into the left.
Damn it, you're dead.
Oh, Jacob, don't freaking spell it and send it over Facebook.
Uh,
Freaking nothing worse than a smart handicap guy. Jeez.
Is there such thing?
God, always use
So the comedian's calling tomorrow, correct?
Yes, it's on the. I put it on the.
It's on the
know.
calendar.
I know it's on the calendar, but I want to make sure that sometime today Mike goes, oh, and by the way, tomorrow.
Yeah, dude. Here's the thing: is that's the same guy that
I know he was moving.
I don't care. It's a radio show. We move fast.
We move at the
As
speed
she's
of.
yawning.
Buddy, this woman called me last night. This girl, old girlfriend,
Are we really going to say that live?
called me in freaking tears last night. You know why?
Why?
The FEMA camps. She thinks it's all real and she's going to be in.
Oh, well, let's talk about that.
No.
Why?
Because I'll get mad.
I want to talk about it.
People are doing. They're scared.
All right, everybody. So Mike wants to talk about the FEMA camps.
God, I hate you.
I don't know what you're talking
On
about.
a scale of 1 to 10,
What are you talking
12,
about? I don't
I
even
hate
know
you.
what you're talking about. I know
Okay,
a girl
look.
that used to work for FEMA. So,
No,
I mean,
not
I used to
separate, not
know.
separate.
I know her, kind of. But anyway, she
do
works
you know
for
what
FEMA.
FEMA stands for?
It's a femur bone. It's between your knee and your crotch.
No. Okay.
But isn't it first emergency medical? I don't even know. All I know is she worked in a section which was a warehouse, and every time crap busted loose, she had to organize the loading of the trucks to send it to wherever it was.
You know what I love about FEMA?
Water,
or,
gas
it's
generators.
It's the Federal Emergency Management Agency.
Yes.
And basically, let's say like Katrina, okay? Until some big dog says, FEMA, get in there, FEMA can't do anything. Okay. So let's say Katrina, all right? Those folks, I mean, they needed drinking water. That was probably the biggest thing.
Right.
And here, rail cars full of freaking drinking water sat there for like 7 days.
Yes.
Because nobody could figure out who the hell was in charge.
Well, remember about a year ago when all this crap was happening in Texas?
Yeah.
We had people, while we were feeding the homeless here, we were having people in Texas crying out saying, we have no water.
Right.
And what was crazy is the news and none of the government was reporting there was no water. There was people leaking there was no water. So in other words, get ready for this because I have a huge following, y'all, and y'all can hate me if you want.
We do.
But I had a few National Guardsmen who were in Texas that were reaching out, leaking stuff to me to tell me that they were having to take the water given to them in their Hummers.
Yeah.
They were giving them to the crowd.
Yep.
So they were going without water so these people could have water.
Yeah.
And how sad is it that FEMA wasn't taking water out to the people in Texas?
Well, I've got, the whole thing about the conspiracy theories and stuff like that generate from these type of stories.
I want to know what you were talking about when you said some woman was complaining and you said that it's fake, or
she wasn't complaining.
No, I'm trying to gather all of it, put it together at one time.
Let's kind of real quick, like, okay, there's a company here on is that Salem Road, okay, heading towards the 138, and they make the liners for coffins.
Yes.
In the state of Georgia, you have to have a plot, you have to have a liner.
Yes.
And they put the casket
and
in
everybody
the liner.
believes it's for some mass grave.
Right. Well, what
That's
they
right
do
by my house, by the way.
is it you
It's
live
on
over
the
there?
access road.
Yes, I've went and taken pictures of it before.
Yeah.
Jesse
You're talking about with the
Ventura.
storage, where they put them on. Okay,
Yes.
well, here's the thing. Whenever you're manufacturing something, you have quality assurance. Quality assurance will run, let's say these coffin liners, let's say they ran 1 million, okay? Now, a lot of people die in this country and all over the world. They
Every
ran
day.
1 million, and they're about to get loaded up on trucks and all, and some little guy in a lab coat comes out and goes, can't use these. And they go, why not? And they go, because there's bubbles in them. There's this whole lot number has bubbles in them, and they'll crack and leak. Okay, so what the hell do you think they do with them? They own property where they bring them, okay? And if there is a mass situation, they got them. But what's going on now?
What that is right there, is that where they make them?
On the road, that plant is where they
make them.
Okay. So here you can give me any topic in the world and I can make it a conspiracy.
Okay. So what does this and FEMA have to do with each other?
Well, they're saying that these all belong to FEMA.
Who's saying? Just the general
conspiracy,
public?
Yeah, like Snopes and stuff like that. So the conspiracy theorist, and I do not compare preppers and conspiracy theorists. They're
two different breeds.
Yeah, that's kind of like Muslims and terrorists for me. They're two different things. One's a religion, one is an action. So I dig preppers. I think preppers are cool. They're survivalists, and I dig that kind of stuff. Okay, I'm sick and tired of. Okay, a lady argued with me on Facebook the other day because she filmed a string of rail cars with military vehicles on it, and she's screaming.
And that's the people swearing they're all going to South Georgia to some Walmart that's closed down.
Yeah, and
I've been reading that too.
Tunnels
yeah.
Okay, so basically, I started arguing with this woman. I said, "You are the dumbest thing I have ever spoke to, and I'm actually losing IQ points just arguing with you." And she came back.
I love watching when he does.
And I said, "Geez, maybe those vehicles, okay, if you're in 2 wars, and we were recently in 2 wars, Afghanistan and Iraq. Now, I'm not going to give out any specific numbers, but everybody knows a division is a lot of people, right?
Right.
Okay. Well, there was like 5 divisions in Iraq, and there was like 2 divisions in Afghanistan. That's 7 divisions. I'll give you a rough idea. 7 divisions is about 10, maybe 15,000 soldiers and a lot of vehicles. Now, some of those vehicles got left in country. Good thing, too, because of crap. You explained
it costs more to ship them back over here than what the vehicle costs. Right. So keep going with the story.
Some stuff was left there, but the majority of it was brought back. So where the hell do you think you're going to put this stuff? Yeah, I think you're going to stack it up.
And the best way to transport it's on a train.
And the National Guard in this country every 3 years has a requirement to deploy their units outside of their home state. It's a readiness exercise.
Right.
So we used to rail, and I was working with the transportation.
Okay, so this lady's just seeing a normal everyday occurrence that has to be done, and she's flipping out.
I can't even tell you how many, when my husband owned a truck.
Yeah.
He's a truck driver. He owned his own truck. And I would get his loads for him.
Yeah.
I can't tell you how many times he went to Port of Savannah to
pick up a tank or whatever.
Yeah, and deliver them. And like he'd come home for the weekend and kids would go. I mean, coolest thing. He's transporting it somewhere it needs to be.
It absolutely.
So you're just getting at general, normal, everyday stuff. These people are just trying to assume.
I'll give you another example. There was a golf course, and it's flooded, and there's military vehicles all over this golf course. The caption was, They're training U.S. troops to fight against American citizens. Now, let me tell you something. I'd say 80% of the people I know are military, former military, whatever. I used to do training for deployments and different types of operations, let's say. I have never once ever received even a PowerPoint presentation on teaching any soldiers to do anything to Americans. And if your son, let me go ahead and clear this up and then I'll get off the mic. If your son is calling you while he's deployed or if he's at a unit and he says he's special forces, he's lying. The next
he's not going to be calling and telling you anything.
Okay. And the other thing is if he's calling you and saying, well, I can't really talk about what I'm doing, he's full of crap. Your son is lying to you. If he doesn't call his girlfriend for a month, it's because he's doing stuff
that he's not supposed to be telling anybody.
And he doesn't post it on Facebook, but he does post, well, my operational security, blah, blah. Shut up. You're lying. I used to smack soldiers around for that crap. Your son is not in special forces unless he went through special forces training and wears a tab on his shoulder.
A Taliban.
But I have a friend that's in the Marines and would be stationed over in Egypt somewhere and couldn't tell me where he was.
Wonder
that
why.
is such a load of crap.
Really?
It's a load of crap. I'm telling you, soldiers do that to try to impress whoever they're talking to. You know what?
How you doing?
Yeah, I can Skype with you. I Skyped with my kids. I'll show you the picture, or I'll call my kids. I Skyped with them from the base of the mountains in southern Russia, in Kazakhstan.
So what else do we got to do today besides getting all into your military
Well,
crap?
you asked about the FEMA camps.
I
This
know.
young lady called me. She was crying because she was so scared. I did a little research last night, and they are showing these trucks going into like an aqueduct up north, okay? And this guy is talking, and these trucks are all going. And you know what? These are actual aqueducts, and they do use them.
Is Aquaman down
What
there?
is an
No.
aqueduct?
An aqueduct it was originally
It's a
developed
duck
by
that scuba
the
dives.
Romans, but what it does is it's a way of transporting water overland,
Okay.
just to make it simple. Okay, here's the killer part. The one that they're working on, okay, they got these dump trucks going in because where the hell's all that dirt going to go?
Right.
This guy is outside of it and he's reporting. You know what he's saying?
Because he's an aqueduct.
These tunnels are going to be used to support the military's underground transportation of American citizens when they do martial law. And it's like, you have got to be freaking kidding me. There's another guy. There was an explosion in Syria. The guy said it was a 10 megaton bomb, which is 10 times larger than or kiloton. It's 10 times
Kiloton.
larger. Kiloton.
Kiloton?
That's my nickname.
That's that dude that was fighting Godzilla.
No, that's
Godzilla!
that's Megatron.
Godzilla!
No, that was Mothra.
Godzilla!
Okay,
Godzilla!
Get this.
We're taking selfies of
So-
people taking selfies.
I know, this is kind of funny.
And I'm Instagramming it right now, y'all.
Okay, so this guy he's watching a video, and he sees this ammunition dump blow up, and of course things are flying all over in secondary explosions. You know what this guy says? He goes, look at those secondary explosions. Confirmed nuclear weapon. I'm like, oh my God. And you know what?
Confirmed crackhead.
Yeah, and he's got like 5 million freaking followers. So that's the problem.
And people believe in
They
what
believe every word
Oh
of that
my God.
crap. Okay, I'm done. I'm taking. Suck your gut in there, Denise. You look fat from this.
Holy cow. Did he just go there?
Was that out loud?
You never tell a woman that, Mike.
it was not there.
Well, I didn't tell.
My back hurts.
I didn't tell a
Her
woman.
back hurts. What's your back got to do with you? Never mind. I'm not going to say that because Mike said it.
I didn't tell a woman that. I told Denise.
You would never tell me that, though.
No, because I
don't know. What are you talking
Michael?
about? I don't recall.
I need alcohol because something.
You need alcohol.
I think there's
That's
some beer.
Friday.
That's Friday.
No, I think there's some beer in the
bit me.
refrigerator.
There's a beer in the fridge.
I got
Yeah.
bit by something too.
Something bit
No,
me.
that's your boyfriend or your husband. That don't count.
Look,
Hey.
I got like 4 bites on my arm.
Oh my God,
God!
it's that flesh-eating disease. I gotta go, Scotty.
It's bacteria meningitis hookaloccus.
Not hookaloccus.
It is. She got
Word
it.
of the day. You win. Hookaloccus. All right, I gotta
Okay,
spell
I'm
that.
gonna-
And
report
she's
this.
from the island Hakalatalugi.
Hookalockus.
Hakalatalugi. Ah, maybe you know my brother, one hung tulo.
I'm going to report this to the HR department.
Listen, chick, if there's one thing you need to figure out around here,
You know
there's
who,
no HR department.
you know who my older
You're
brother
only
is?
fooling yourself if you believe that.
I am the HR department.
Do you know who my older brother is?
Look,
No, who?
One hung way too low.
Oh my God. The problem is Mike really
And you know
believes
what?
this.
You know what? I'm mad at all 3 of you. I'm mad at you.
Of course you are.
Of
I'm
course.
pissed.
Why?
It's Mad Mike Monday, Tuesday, whatever the hell the day is, because you've had sex on school property.
Can you not have this
You've
conversation?
had sex on school
Do
property.
not have
Wait,
this
I didn't know
conversation.
that. I've never had sex on school property.
Shut up. You're stoned now.
I did not have sex on school property.
I did not have sexual relations.
Y'all are terrible, man. If y'all are going to
No,
change,
you're the only one.
What? Scotty,
What?
you've had sex on this table.
You're crazy. I have not. That table will fall apart. Ravens Renovation put it together.
And how do you know that table will fall apart?
Because you see where the seams are uneven.
Mm-hmm. Hurt your back, don't it?
Oh, my God.
Don't even
It
start.
pinches you.
See?
I need alcohol.
We're not at school.
Could you quit asking for alcohol?
There is beer in the
I need
refrigerator.
alcohol
I have-
wipes.
Well,
Oh.
there's some.
Oh.
Do
Listen,
you have
listen,
some
chick.
for
There's some
bites?
Clorox things in there you can
Oh
go
my
get.
God! No,
No,
don't
you
do
do not
that.
use
Don't do that.
Clorox
Don't do
wipes.
that. That's
They
not
get rid of poison ivy.
They get rid of poison ivy, but it will welt you up. You don't want that in your system.
It'll welt you up.
Yep.
Welt you up. Is
Welt
that a
you up.
word?
Yep.
Don't make me welt you up,
No.
boy.
I'll do it.
I'm gonna welt. Give me my belt. I'm gonna welt you up.
Oh my God.
Scotty, we got to build a still.
Oh my
That
God.
would be.
You need to go to
illegal.
gravity. No, it's
no,
not.
ma'am. No,
It's
ma'am.
not illegal.
Just
No,
a
ma'am.
good
Gravity-
old boy.
No, it isn't.
Never mean
Scotty,
no harm.
I can.
Sir.
We can do it. I have some property that they'll let us do it. Let's build a still.
I want to be Daisy Duke if we're playing Dukes of Hazzard.
Oh my God.
No.
How
No.
in a million years would you even think that you would be Daisy Duke?
Maybe Miss Daisy, but
Did you ever set up? Did you ever set up an Instagram account? No.
Yes,
Did you?
I did.
What is
Everything I post goes to it.
What is it?
I think it's military might. I don't know what it is. Tyler, if you're listening, dirtbag, he is going to be taking just about all the social media except for Facebook. I'm going to do Facebook and YouTube, because Google Plus is almost dead now. But Scotty will be handling the rest of it. Of course, any host of any show is responsible for their particular ones. But yeah, I mean, as you see, I have scheduled stuff. There's stuff coming up on all of our pages all the time now, 24/7. And that's good.
24/7. Don't make me 24/7 you.
Look at Denise. Y'all look at Denise. She's so cute.
That's scary.
She's over there writing it, taking every bit of
She's
conversation
noting it.
she's got. She's like,
I bet she makes a great eavesdropper.
social me
That's what I'm on right now.
I know. I just saw your post.
Where's that I come from? Mediaya.
Medea.
Are we learning Spanish today or Chinese? Or
Ooh,
something?
that's what we ought to have. Spanish word
Hey,
of the day.
let's call Bubbles.
No. No. I don't think that's a good idea.
Oh my God, what do you want to call her? Hoochie Bubba. Yeah, I was asked, was she coming back?
No, I'm sure you were. Not by
Probably
me.
sleeping.
Not by me. I ain't asking.
I think her and Tyler together would make,
a gay couple.
one brain cell.
Yeah, really. Low cut shirt, $200. Bad haircut, $10. One brain cell, priceless.
Oh my God. So what do we got? We got anything funny today?
Absolutely not. Hey,
Mike.
all the Republicans got together last night to discuss the forum for the debate Thursday night, which I'm so excited for. I can't stand it. And
But you're going to be listening to the ladies talk, so you can't watch it.
Yeah, I won't be able to because I'll be dealing with ladies.
I'm gonna watch the debate.
We've got the sex therapist coming on Thursday.
Is it the one that was sitting here?
Oh, Lord.
Oh God.
Debbie?
So how about Harvey, the guy who pretty much runs TMZ, owns it or whatever he is with
that's a
TMZ,
joke.
came on to the show. I saw a video. He came on to one of the shows saying that everybody in their building had a debate over the girl who's the UFC champion and was discussing whether they think it's good to have her in the business or bad. And some people are saying that it's bad to have her in the business because she's just knocking people slap the hell out.
Somebody will come up and beat her. It always
But-
happens.
And there were, in his words, I agree with what he says. He says, well, if the fight lasted 3 rounds and somebody had to make a decision of who won, everybody would be pissed off. They would have felt like, well, that was a waste of money.
Right. They were going to
But-
feel like it was a waste of money either way
Right. But
around.
now you got people that are not happy because it went too fast. I mean, listen, people used to complain about Mike Tyson, but let me tell you something. She knocked her the hell out. I'm talking about. That was well worth it.
It wasn't really a bad knockout. You know, it wasn't like a bully beatdown or nothing. It was a good fight. It only lasted 34 seconds.
And you
But-
know what it tells me? It tells me that some of these biatches need to ding fight better. I can't help it that one fights better than the other. You don't get up on a camera and trash talk somebody and her just knock you right on out. If you're going to run your mouth about her dead daddy, you should have beat her senseless.
God.
Okay, so we were talking about bubbles in her one brain cell.
Oh,
Mhm.
yeah.
When you say I seen, I assume you won't finish the sentence with the inside of a book.
Well, we know it runs in the family. On the company, on the station chat, business chat room hangout thing, Denise and I had a 4-hour discussion about moles last night.
I saw
And
that.
She's talking about the actual skin issue,
And you're talking
and I
about
was
the
about-
moles in the ground.
and she's
But you have
going,
to understand, last night I couldn't even
Why?
think straight.
oh, whatever. Don't blame medicine. It
Why did-
It
ibuprofen.
wasn't because of medicine.
She's like, what are you talking about? And I'm like, what does it eat? And he goes, oh, I don't really have a mole. I'm like, oh, Jesus.
oh my God.
So
And
did
she just kept
So
going.
on to anything other than that. Did you hear that Delta has now banned African
Trophies.
And United follows suit.
I don't understand what that means.
Well, they were saying that for a while, as long as it was legal,
Right.
they were allowing them to ship a
the
a
body.
head.
Package.
of-
okay.
Packaged correctly.
But
Yeah.
now they're saying we just don't do it anymore.
Right.
Right.
Now, the young lady you're looking at there, Sabrina, that animal that she killed a giraffe, and everybody's making a big deal about it. But the story about this is that giraffe was dying, and after it was killed, it was eaten by this tribe that she was with, and they asked her to kill the animal because they feel that it was majestic.
Right.
She was an outsider, and they asked her to do it. She did
Right.
it. Come on, man. A circle of life, you know?
Right.
I know it's a giraffe, and I've never eaten giraffe.
So how do you guys feel about the whole, is it the whole dentist and the whole thing?
Cecil, I think it's all fake. I don't believe it exists. I don't believe any of it exists.
Here's the thing: if everybody's looking for him, why have they not found him?
And he talks on
They're not
Facebook.
looking.
He's on freaking telephone interviews. He's
I mean, you
doing
know,
talk shows. Just show up.
they
at the
make it
show.
out like they're hunting this guy down.
Nah,
They're not
there's no.
sure.
That guy is.
I
Been-
saw a thing that had zebras, and they're like, zebras are important too. They're like, we feel
Oh my
safe.
God.
I was like, oh my God.
matter.
And
Yes.
they're breeding them. You know, we got zebras being bred all over the United States. We got Z donkeys being bred all over the United
Zebra
States.
Yes.
bread.
You know,
Zebra bread.
So what about Kim Richards from The Real Housewives was arrested for shoplifting $600 worth of stuff from Target? I'm like, really, Kim?
I know. Just
You have
ordered
the
them.
money to buy it.
Right.
Like,
Why?
Apparently not.
She wants to be in the spotlight again.
people are stupid. I mean, there's people that are local people that have been caught and thrown out of stores here in the Covington Conyers area. And when you know who some of these people are, you were blown away. Like one of them, I heard about for stealing makeup. I was blown completely away that this chick was stealing makeup in a store. It's like, why are you? And you got busted, and you had your kid. Like she had her kid with her and got busted stealing, shoplifting. Come on,
I'm sorry.
what is wrong
It's-
with you?
If I don't have the money,
Fucked up.
I'm not taking it. Like,
Are you that vain that you have to try to steal makeup? And you got your kid, man. Leave the kid at the babysitter's and go steal.
I can promise you the only time
stole
I've
too.
stolen something when I was a kid and there was an open candy thing and I was like, oh, look.
Thief.
So I started eating. But then my mom was like, where did you get it from? And I showed her and I had to go tell the owner of the store. And
Thief.
I didn't know
No,
better
I
at the
remember
time.
one time there was a
Juvenile
store
thief.
called Quickie in Noonan. And I was a little girl and my mom was pumping gas and I went in with my purse and I got some candy and I dumped all the money that I had in my purse on the counter and it wasn't enough to pay for it. And I just got the candy anyway and walked out. My mom's like, how did you have enough money to pay for all of that? And I was like, well, I gave her all I had. And my mom made me take it back.
Doesn't work that way.
Yeah.
I remember coming home with a Matchbox car one time that I took from Glenwood Kmart. My mama made me take it back.
Y'all are all a bunch of criminals.
Well, I was what second grade?
Shoot, I stole something yesterday.
Oh my God.
Oh,
I stole her heart. I'm waiting for him to say it.
Shut up.
look, we were at I'm looking at my little time hop
Don't
thingy.
you hold that thing up at me like
Whatever. That was at Walmart in the auto section.
that. So
Look at what it spells.
it's spelled wrong.
It should be free.
Oh my God. It should be free. That's today's entitlement word of the day.
Yes.
Have you ever had I don't know how much you guys ever worked in retail, but we would have in the pawn shop, we had like this crazy pricing situation. And we had these little acrylic things that we put the price in and it would go in front of objects. Well, kids would come in, they'd switch stuff around, you know. They would take a walkie-talkie for $10 and put it on a $400 laptop, you know, and people used to bring it up to you with the thing and they'd go, I want to get this, you know, it's only $10. It's like, well, no, the laptop's on $10. So the price tag's for a walkie-talkie. And they go, oh, well, if you did it, you have to honor it.
Oh, I am so sick of hearing
Get the
people
hell
say
out of the
that.
store.
I have seen stuff like that, and I'm like, you do know that's not how that works, right?
But people do, you know, it's one of them things. Hey, I got a Mexican word for the day.
Hold on. I've seen somebody go into a store. It used to be called Ross. I don't know if it still exists in
a closed
store? South Carolina. Yeah, it was called Ross.
Yeah.
I think it does.
And not Ross, Roses. Sorry. Ross is still
they have
here,
them in South
but
Georgia.
Roses. So I saw people go in there and change the price tags to say something else.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And the people would be like, boop, that'd be $78. No, the price tag says that is $40. And the lady's like, hold on. Boop. Nope, $78. And the lady's like, no, the price tag says, you're buying a ceiling fan and the ticket right there that says $48, you know, says pillowcases. I mean, you do know that says pillowcases, right? This is not a ceiling fan.
I don't know why ceiling fan struck me as funny, but it did. Man.
I mean, it's just like, come on, man.
I've heard of some master criminal minds, but not trying to steal a ceiling fan.
I've just seen people do these stupid things, man. It's like they're changing price tags. Come on.
Now, do you think they're doing that out of necessity, or you think they're just trying to be?
They're just trying to be
turds?
stupid because they're going to still probably go home and buy their beer. I mean, you know.
Oh yeah, you can't buy a ceiling fan with EBT.
All right.
So.
Mexican word of the day: chicken wing. My wife plays the lottery so she can chicken wing some money.
Yeah, wow.
Crickets.
So my wife plays the lottery so chicken wing some money.
Chicken wing.
I guess I need to say it like a beaner. I'm sorry, Jacob. You should have called in.
Oh, there we go. All right, I'm going to get off this screen.
First beaner of the day.
Yep, getting off this screen. Let's pick on some Muslims.
Okay, give me something to talk about.
I will.
Why is Muhammad Ali really not Muhammad Ali?
Because what was his name before he was Muhammad
I can't
Ali?
remember.
Oh my
Oh
gosh.
man,
They're making Cecil the Lion beanie babies.
Of course they
I
are.
don't have a clue.
Now, are they making him headless?
you know what I saw
It's
was
a
this, like,
detachable head.
this ram, and it's got its face up in Facebook, and it goes, "Where was everybody when Cecil was eating my baby?"
Yeah,
Ow! Yeah,
that is so funny.
there's that story you were talking about yesterday.
Yeah.
Did I just kick somebody? No, okay. My feet.
Ow.
No, get out of here.
Pardon me. I got the
I-
cough this morning.
I got the little restless leg syndrome
Hey.
going on the left leg here.
Hocus Pocus 2 is coming out.
Ooh, I love that.
yay.
Yay, I love that movie.
Where did Rejects movies just come from?
I just threw.
We're
up
gonna
in
let
my
y'all
mouth.
start
Hocus Pocus
covering
2. We'll watch it together.
Yeah,
movie
we'll
of the
watch it
day.
together.
Well, on Guns and Gadgets, we're going to talk about cool action movies for guys.
You know, I'll be glad when that show finally starts. It's only been happening for a month
Well,
and a half. Or
but I
3.
mean, yeah. Well, you killed the world according to Mike, so we
No,
had to-
you killed it because you don't know how to not be angry when you talk about politics and religion.
I'm passionate. I'm not angry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really? Y'all think I'm angry about that?
No, you just go.
I have
you
zero.
get-
You go off on a rant.
You don't know how
Yeah.
to stop.
I seriously.
We
You're
have to
like the
change the
pit bull
subject.
that runs wide open and forgets
Man, I
that
just-
logging chain's fixing to stop.
I don't know if it's because I'm getting older or what, but man, I have a real zero tolerance for stupidity. I mean, joking around, yeah, that's cool, but there are people out there that say stuff, and you just look at them and you go, "Are you freaking serious?" I mean, you know,
And you're losing brain cells talking to them.
yeah. Well,
Yes.
you know, who is the fool? The one.
Well,
you know, that's the eternal question. There is
if they
who's
let
the
you
fool?
choke yourself,
The
does
one
that make them bad
Now,
because
when
they
you
let
say
you?
choke, what do you mean? I mean, because lack of oxygen does increase orgasm.
I'm talking about if you're running on that short
Jeez
leash.
Louise.
I'm talking about if you're running on that short leash. Who is to blame? The person who let you choke yourself, or the fact that you ran with the short
It
leash?
depends on how many times he's done it. Because if he's only done it once, he won't do it again.
Oh, I want to shout out to what is it? Carlos Colors.
Look, he's look. There's a picture of him driving Miss Lazy too.
That says driving Miss Crazy.
Well, I was making reference to me driving you around the other day.
Yeah, what she said.
Let's get off the commercial.
Oh, that looks good.
We got.
I ate that the other day.
We got to
It's really
come
fun.
back to. Quit looking at pictures of.
Well, no,
dogs
it
and lab.
was no.
Oh,
it was
we'll be right back.
Cucumbers, tomatoes, and some sliced onion. It's good.
A
Kinda like
cucumber
a-
salad.
Kind of like a chutney.
Oh, me. Why are there mosquitoes in here today? I have never gotten eaten like
Watch
this.
this. Shh, watch everybody. I want everybody to hear this. Jacob, are you watching video? Everybody hold tight. Don't nobody speak for just a couple of seconds. I've got a plan. Next song up is Hinder, Lips of an Angel. You know, we were going to have a phone interview with them one time. Hopefully we can get it again.
Yeah, man. You just.
Excuse me?
You're mean.
I love that song.
You're mean.
I know.
We had an interview with these people.
Didn't Jacob mess up the
No, it
date?
wasn't Jacob.
Joey,
No.
Joey the voice blew it twice.
Oh.
Well, we need a rock and roller to do that show. Somebody who's got some major freaking charisma. Not a dill weed. Somebody that's freaking reliable too. A Monday show is going to be hard. It's going to be very difficult. For the first couple of weeks, it's probably going to be you talking into a mic and playing some music. Monday night's going to be a tough one to build.
Well, you know you can't depend on a Saturday.
Oh, God.
I don't like those. Those are
Or
like some
Friday.
nasty green.
A Friday
flavor.
would be good if you could get them.
If you had somebody really popular Friday night late, you know, like
Because people sit at home and grill out.
yeah. But you know, the cold weather will eventually be here. I mean, I know a few people, but I just don't know. We're kind of far out, you know, from Atlanta.
Yep.
And that's the problem.
All right, we need funny.
Yep.
We need funny stuff right now.
Oh, that was a good one.
Grody.
I think that's going to smell.
It better not.
It better. Isn't he dead?
Who?
Ron Jeremy.
No,
You sure?
not yet.
I said, Paula got a picture of him. She sent me a picture of him to send to Jacob. And he said, that's my uncle. I was like, man, isn't that dude dead?
Scotty, we got a double date Friday night.
Who?
You and me and Crystal.
Oh, no, I don't.
What are you doing?
Anything but with you.
Oh my God, the paper towels are out.
God,
Don't you
I told her.
Jesus,
Go
women
there.
Go through freaking paper towels like
God. I am not supplying paper towels. Y'all go through them way too fast. I'm an anti-paper towel person to begin with.
Well, I'm not using a towel with everybody else.
no,
I'll
You
get us-
bring in a black girl towel just for you.
a black girl towel.
Why does it have to be a black girl towel? White
Because you're
man?
the only black girl in
Why does
here.
it
It'd
have
be your
to be?
towel.
Why does it have to be a black girl towel, white man?
You bring in a white towel then.
You know what? That's why you're my token white man. Every team it needs a mascot.
Okay, so
We're going to have a section where it says hers and ours.
You ain't kidding.
Oh my God, that would be funny to see on a motorcycle. A stormtrooper on a white motorcycle. Look at that. You don't think that'd be funny? That'd be
That'd
funny.
be awesome.
Wait, what does that Dukes of Hazzard one say?
You don't have a computer?
no,
Ow. I farted when you did that.
I bet you know.
It's cool. Ghetto word of the day.
I
Urban
gotta pee, but I
Dictionary.
want to hear that.
Ghetto word of the day
Yeah.
is honor. That hoe was all up on her.
Okay. Wait till we go back online.
I love them lesbians. I didn't go in there. Oh. Denise.
It smells like roses.
Whoa.
Oh my god.
No, I've already taken that for this morning. My coffee and cigarette dump.
Oh God.
Y'all are just.
Why haven't you worn your headband anymore?
Well, I haven't. I'm over medicated today. I had a little issue yesterday, and my medication got screwed up, so I had to take the knockout pill to reset. So I'm kind of like goofy today. That's why I'm kind of. It's fun driving when I'm like this.
David said I'm hilarious when I'm on Ambien.
Man.
I haven't taken it in a while because they don't know if that mixed with the other stuff is what caused my seizure.
Yeah, I can't. When I'm taking anything to help me sleep, if I take, I love those goodie powders that kind of help you sleep. But if I'm taking my regular medication and I take a goodie powder to go to sleep,
What do you take to sleep? What do you take? Huh?
Seroquel.
Okay. I've heard of
What's
that.
going on, honey?
I don't know.
But God, let me tell you something.
Well, just
The
stick it into something.
I'm like,
I am sticking it into something,
I'm
Doc.
looking out of like I'm an ant.
You act like I don't know what I'm doing.
Looking up.
I know where to
everybody
stick it.
looking at me, but they're wrong, and it's the hole. And then as I start
Keep
coming
yelling
to
at me, and I'm
try
gonna tell you where to
like,
stick
speed
it.
towards the hole, and then woo.
Wow.
Yeah, but
That's what. Let's see. Mine.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we're back.
I'll tell you later.
I don't want to know.
I'll tell you later.
I know.
You don't want to know what? What
I
you don't
wanna
want to know?
Hey,
We're
ghetto
comparing
word of the day.
seizure stories.
Ghetto word of the day. You ready?
Ghetto word of the day.
Urban Dictionary.
The ghetto word of the day is honor. That hoe was up honor. I love them lesbians.
Can I even wonder? Do I even want to know?
Just say no, Scott.
Do I
Just
even
say
want to
no.
know what just happened right there?
Just say no.
Nope.
Well, it was kind of. It was kind of. It caught me off guard that Oz was going off about my nose.
That was
Yeah, and
Kinda.
that was so yesterday. Let's
Hold on, let's
focus
see
on
the-
the show here. Oh my God, Doc, she just threw a pen at me. It's all fun and games until
It
somebody gets an
wasn't
eye put
out.
out.
It was unhooked.
It's all fun and games until somebody gets an
don't
eye
put his
put out.
eye out, Denise.
I tried putting his butt cheek out.
Okay, well let's
Oh,
not put his butt
I'll
cheek
drop
out.
trout. Don't get me wrong.
Let's don't do
What
that.
what we doing, Scott?
I was trying to play when she's talking about Oz. I was trying to play
Why? Jeez.
a commercial of Oz.
What's the background relax music? What does that do?
It's
Makes
in
you
the background.
Wow.
Yeah, I hate people with PhDs. They're just way too smart for me. Oh yeah, I love it. That's my music.
I still got to get
That's my music.
all that stuff fixed.
Yeah. Oh, it sounds
yeah,
horrible.
Yeah,
I
it
know.
does sound horrible. I need
it's-
the DJ to fix his stuff.
Yeah. Well, he's got to do a couple.
I need
finish up a
you
couple sound bites
to
on
mind
there.
your own business.
Dang, he went there.
Dang, Skippy.
He
You
went
are my
there.
business, baby.
Ooh,
I am not a hooker.
ain't what I heard.
I don't care what you heard.
Ain't what I read.
I am not
I'll
the
be coming to mow the
hooker.
lawn later.
Ain't what I read. Ain't what I wrote.
Oh, thank you for trimming the bushes yesterday.
Hey!
All right.
Well,
Here
I
we
Hey!
go.
I noticed he did that this morning.
Phrasing.
Jesus Christ, y'all. Pay
I
attention to this
noticed that your
topic.
bushes were trimmed this
Fra-
morning.
No, the
God
bushes outside
almighty.
the studio.
Thank you.
Phrasing.
Oh my
Thank you.
Phrasing.
I even cut a tree down.
I saw that. Yeah.
Are you
Tree
allowed to do that?
killer.
Are you allowed to do that?
Shut up. It's my yard.
That don't mean
I can do whatever
squat.
I want. No, there was a
It's my
twig
yard.
when my grandmother lived here. It was like the size of my birdie finger, and then it grew to be the size of my thumb.
Was it that?
And then
big?
since I moved in, I let it just grow. And next thing I know, it's about to stick around as that mug right there.
Dang.
And it was killing the bushes.
That's what happens.
And then because then we now have all these night shows, I'm having to light the path for people
Yeah.
to walk.
Yeah, I'll be drunk.
So
on
the
mine,
bushes were kind of in the way
Yes,
of
they
the
were.
light.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
I'll-
won't be able to run into stuff.
Yeah, I'll be drunk. There's no doubt in my mind.
I've decided that I'm going to start coming over to Scotty's house and sitting on the gazebo on the lake at like 6 o'clock in the morning so that I can see the sun.
And just
Did you see my video this morning?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that
Man,
was
was that
incredible.
not-
There with
and
your
the
cup of
birds
coffee.
chirping?
Yes.
Beautiful,
I
beautiful,
was
beautiful
like,
stuff. I
That's
love it.
incredible. I
Yep.
love it.
Now that works right now because school
Yeah.
starts at one time and the sun's coming up at another. But when winter time happens, the only problem is about the time the sun comes up, you're going to be hearing school buses drive by. So you have to
Man.
then just kind of
Really
block it
fast.
out. Yeah.
You won't hear them too long.
I can't predict what's going to happen, but there's something bad going to happen that's
Oh,
going to stop all
man.
the speeding. I already
Oh,
know it's
don't
just
say
a matter of
It-
time.
it's a matter of
Well,
time.
look,
Don't say
look,
that.
look, look. Everything always gets worse before it gets better. So we've already gone from car wrecks to a car that blew up.
Right.
What tops the car to blow up? I mean,
Don't
there's
say that.
something bad that's got to happen.
Yeah.
It's
Don't say that.
unspoken.
And then once the bad
And-
thing happens, then everybody, oh my gosh,
Why
oh
wasn't
my
something
gosh,
done?
Well, how about this? How about
Don't
this?
say-
Was everybody aware of the other day on, and I'm not trying to bash police departments, but there was a police department right there on Salem Road that had somebody that could have, in my opinion, possibly been speeding in a Charger because they hit a truck and flipped the truck. Now, for a cruiser,
There's two wrecks with
There were
them.
two
so
wrecks
for a
with them.
Charger to be
Yeah.
able to hit a full-size truck and it
flip the truck.
flip, you
We're
might
going
have been
fast.
exceeding over 40 miles
Even
an
though
hour.
it was the truck's fault, I agree.
If you flipped a pickup truck, you may have been exceeding. And on top of that, the push bar. The push bar is the same push bar I used to have on my Dodge Ram, my big four-wheel drive diesel. The part that has the rubber push part on it is 1/4-inch steel. If you folded 1/4-inch steel the direction that this one was folded, you possibly could have been exceeding the speed limit.
Okay,
Possibly.
there's that one, and,
And
on
you
the other
flipped
side of the interstate,
A
there was
truck.
one of them was T-boned by somebody else.
I like when
Yes.
you say that.
What?
T-bone.
T-boned.
Yeah.
She said it was kind of sexy.
Well, this morning the news was
What's up, my
talking
nose
about
and my
it,
T-bone.
and here's the stupid thing: the
Hey, that's a song.
news reported the truck T-boned the cop car, and I'm like, you do know what
No.
T-bone means, right? The cop hit the pickup
The
truck.
cop T-boned the pickup.
Yes,
because he put in
the-
front of him.
WSB Channel 2 is not correctly wording it. And then the question, now that the state troopers are investigating it, the question will be, yes, the guy may or may not have pulled in front of a police officer, but was the police officer exceeding said speed limit that caused
Mhm.
the connection of push bar to side of pickup truck? And Mike, what is the rawr?
My son-in-law wrecked a patrol car when he was a police officer, and you wouldn't believe. I mean, it's ridiculous. Here's the deal: I'm deaf and I can hear the damn sirens. And if you're paying attention when you're driving,
there
This
was
one didn't
there
have
was
the
no lights
sirens
on.
on.
There was
Okay,
no
but I'm
sirens
just
on.
talking
There was no.
about
Right.
police cars that get hit or police cars that hit civilians and stuff like that, and then turn around and sue the department.
That's not
for
the
millions of
situation, though. You're speaking out of
dollars. I know,
order.
but
That's not the situation.
Okay. You asked me why I was grunting.
I was asking why you were grunting, but
I told you why I was grunting.
two different scenarios.
Two
different scenarios.
You asked me why I was grunting.
Two
I told
different
you why I was
scenarios.
Oh my God. So, Denise, how are
Ma'am?
you feeling?
Crap.
But what's crazy is over a course of a week,
Going
they
at
had one
10:45.
car that was stolen. Then they had two different. I'm just saying.
I
And I'm
think-
not laughing because it's my county. I think it's freaking disgraceful. I mean, it's horrible that it's my county. It's just funny it
Wait,
happened.
what car was stolen?
There was a Rockdale County cop car that was stolen.
Well,
When
you-
was this?
And then they used it to do something stupid
Yeah.
and what? Took out a big brick mailbox. Mike, stop laughing.
well, you know, when I
I
worked
find
I
it
know who
funny.
was.
You know who it was that did what? The stealing or who lost the
Joking.
car?
Who lost it?
Well, you know, when I worked for a certain police department and we would lose a certain number of cars due to wrecks, we used to have to ride two to a car. And I think that that's what they should make the Rockdale deputies do.
I think that should be everywhere, other than like Mayberry, but
Yeah. I think they need
Well,
to ride
for their
two to a
their
car.
own safety.
and then one's body cam can truly be documenting the whole thing.
Yes,
Yeah.
in City of Porterdale now has body cams, and let me tell you, I went down and kind of checked it out, and I believe it's perfect because not only
Playing with the body cams.
is it protective for the police officer, it's protective for you as well. It's for both people because there was some footage not out of Porterdale, but somebody else. I saw some footage for another county, where the police officer has the camera on his right pocket, his gun's on his right hip. Somebody got pulled over for something, and they're asking the person to get out of the car. The person doesn't want to hold his hands out the car window. He doesn't want to get out of the car. So after 5 or 6 times of, sir, you need to step out, you need to step out, the body cam catches every bit of it. You hear them repeat, you need to get out, you need to get out. He refuses to put his hands out. Then, because of where the camera is, you see the officer pull his gun. He's not pointing it at the guy. He's got it out, but it's more aimed at the ground. As they're walking towards the vehicle, then they stopped. They're asking the guy to get out, asking the guy. He's refusing to get out. Well, now the gun goes up because now there's a reason. There's something wrong.
Right.
So I think the cam's a great idea. If it's turned on and it's recording, I think it's a great idea.
Well, that's like Coweta County. The minute those deputies step out of their car, those body cameras start recording. And they can't turn them off.
This is from an anonymous source. Rockdale County cannot put 2 deputies into the car because they can't keep enough people. And the reason I will even accept this as a word is we know since January, I don't know what the count is now, but our last count was 14 people has resigned since January.
No, it's over that now. It's in the 20s.
So, and that's just the last count I kept up with was 14.
Isn't that? No.
That's
And a lot from the jail.
So, and I'm not trying to bash my county. I hope a lot of great things change. I don't say this meaning I hope the sheriff loses the election. I didn't mean it this way when I say it. I hope the election itself creates enough controversy that it makes somebody tighten the belt up a little bit. So, isn't
that the case across the country right now, though? Seriously?
Yeah, everybody's.
And you know what? I think it's working. I think people are starting. Hey, let me tell you something. You know me, I follow the big dogs, and I'm all up in Hillary's. You know what, man?
Yeah, I'd be worried about that.
Yeah,
I've heard stories.
I got a scuba suit on and a rebreather, but I mean, come on. Right now. The one thing I'm trying to work on is like congressmen and senators and stuff like that. How much they're worth. And I don't know why that's such a really big deal to me because,
my problem is how do they make that much money as a congressman or a senator? Senator. There's a reason I'm stressed on the senator.
And then,
sin.
You got these guys that they don't know their jobs.
Yes.
I love when you ask like the head of the IRS, why did the IRS do this? Well, I'll have to get back to you. Why? I have to talk to somebody about it and find out. Why? You're the top. You should be able to ask the head of something and get an answer. They shouldn't have to go back and get somebody. I think that's where they're worried about Trump in these debates coming up because he's never been in that forum. He's never been where he wasn't in control. I think he's going to smoke them.
I think the good thing about him is he just shoots from the cuff.
Well, there's going to be so many people on stage, man. By the time they announce them, let them do their opening pitch. 2.5 hours is going to be up. They're not going to be asking questions.
Right.
I think they should do it much smaller. I think they should like 3. Even 3 gets confusing.
I offer anybody that's running for county commissioner in our town. I offer any of you a chance. Come in here and
give us a call. We'll schedule it in.
Yeah, come tell us what you think you would like to talk about.
Let's be realistic too. If you call us and if you'd like to come on the show and all, we're not talking about scheduling you in 6 weeks from now. We're talking about
like you need to be here tomorrow kind of thing.
We get you on this week. We can get you on immediately. And long as we have some of the talking points so that we understand which direction you would like to go, we'll support it with some funny, and stuff like that. This is a forum.
Well, when I brought Oz in, it was never to discuss politics because it was only to talk about the positive things we were going to do in our community.
Right.
Well, since then, I as a person have changed a little bit because I have been having problems with the speeding and I've been having problems. So yeah, sometime when he's here, sometimes he's in the hot seat because I want questions answered. For instance, why do I have a sidewalk that goes from one school to the other? And at the curve where everybody keeps wrecking and there's a bunch of pine trees, why is there weeds on the curb growing between the asphalt and the curb? Why is there a whole row of weeds for about 300 feet? Why is there pine straw and trash all over these sidewalks? And people are having to walk through these sidewalks to walk to school. They're having to walk through trash to go to school. Why? Don't we have county people? Oh, don't we have convicts that can get out there and push a lawnmower?
Lots of them.
Lots of them.
So
Thank
why
you.
is my neighborhood looking like crap? Since you want to tell me that I'm not a back road, and since you want to tell me that I'm almost a main road, then why in the hell are you letting my road look so bad when you got 2 schools on it?
Well, the deputies, that's not a good detail for a deputy. Deputies don't care for that detail.
I don't care what they want. Somebody's got a job to do.
Somebody.
They don't care for that.
That's
but somebody's got a job to do.
It's a punishment
I'll do it.
for them. That's what they do.
I just meant
punishment. for
whoever
'em,
has the job
if
that
they get on
says
that duty.
you're the detail guy.
You hear what he's saying?
I hear it, but I was just trying to
So
talk
if-
over it to not acknowledge it
Well,
because
if
I
you're
didn't
a-
want to acknowledge it.
If you're a deputy that is gets in trouble, right?
I know nothing about that. I don't know how that works.
I'm just saying.
I'm just saying somebody got hired to be a deputy in the jail, and that's part of one of the jobs. A janitor's hired to change light bulbs at the school, but he also has to unstuff toilets because that's part of being a janitor.
Yes, sir. I agree 100%. And you know what? We have a workforce.
There's just no reason.
What about
there's just no reason
What
we
about-
don't have our roads looking
What about
good.
people that
I
receive
see all these
disability
people-
that can still work?
I see all these people going up down Georgia 20, then Rockdale County cleaning those roads up. So why are you cleaning that road up and you're not cleaning up one right here where a school is?
And people say that, we don't have the money to pay all these people. Okay, get this. Just follow me for a second. Just follow me for a second. All these people that are locked up, they can do jobs. All these people that are receiving SSI and stuff like that, I understand you have a disability. I have a disability. But there's ones that can still work. You can sit and answer a phone. Okay, you don't have to pay them. We don't even have to pay them minimum wage.
right?
They're already receiving federal money. So that's your payment.
Mhm.
You want to continue to receive SSI and you're not disabled, we can put you at a phone and you can say,
listen,
thank you for calling Rockdale County. How can I direct your call?
And I offer these words I offer to anybody. I want you to understand what I'm fixing to say. When I was told, well, your radar gun might not be accurate. Well, then you know what my words to you are? Get your ace down here with your radar gun and your laser and prove me wrong. So for the people that say, well, y'all shouldn't be saying that they don't do this and they don't do that. Well, you know what? Get your ace down here and prove me wrong. Get down here and clean the roads and the sidewalks that our children have to walk on, just like you trim them bushes on Georgia 20 going to Honey Creek. They get down there and trim all them plants. They make all the roads look pretty, but yet you're letting the road where a high school and a middle school is, you're letting it look like the friggin' ghetto. So prove me wrong. I challenge you, since you are supposed to be working for the citizens of your community that you don't give a shit about, get down here and clean up our neighborhoods.
Yeah, what he said.
Yeah. What?
Tell them.
Do you know why everybody's moving out of Conyers and Rockdale and trying to go to Covington? It's because they're tired of looking like we're living in the ghetto. So you want to make all this money off our taxes? Well, damn, do something.
And I got to tell you this too.
Quit making our people move.
And there is a lot of armed violence and armed robberies in this area now. And I tell you what, Conyers is different from, obviously, and I'm not trying to roll back the carpet or anything, but there was a time that I used to go to Conyers at night and there was a night scene. There was now once it gets dark, 8:30,
You're in the house and you
Yeah.
don't come out.
the only people that are out are the cops and the bad folks.
Right.
You can go. Remember when you used to be able to go to Applebee's at 10:30?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, now you go. They have a skeleton crew and they're ready to shut down because they haven't had any business for 2 hours.
How about this? We got the old Brewsters over here on Salem Road. It closed because they were tired of almost getting robbed
Daily.
daily. I even considered either turning it into a sandwich shop or even putting the radio station there. Oh, wait a minute. No, that means I would have to keep 2 people in the radio station at 24 hours a day with guns, or it would get robbed.
Or it would get robbed.
And people can say, Scotty, that's an exaggeration. Really?
No, it's
T-Mobile got armed robbed behind Quick Trip.
Look at the car wash thing right there. Holy smokes! They have like armored vaults for the change machine.
What's that tell you?
Yeah. Well, that's-
So, police officer, I used to be punished. Everyone used to call it potty patrol.
Yep.
So,
how about
Or the
that?
shite van.
so there, that explains the work detail.
Okay, well, just how about this? How about hire somebody? I mean, there's a ton of us disabled freaking veterans around. How about you know what? For minimum wage, maybe $10 an hour. I'll take those. I'll
I
take
could
them out.
see you do. Be like, try something.
Well, I mean, the whole point of it is
But the thing is,
They're
most of them that are out know if they run, they're screwed.
Well,
so
I'm
they're not
gonna
going to
chase
run.
them. And I don't even have to carry a gun.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm licensed.
Don't
to
make
everything
me
else.
weed whack you.
Well, yeah, but here's the deal: those guys
let
are
me
volunteering to
tip
do
over the
this. They've already been
porta
vetted. You know, there's no reason for me to be in a police car. I don't need a badge. I don't even need a gun. I could just be an employee of the county and
That's
hell, pay me freaking minimum wage.
All right, how about this? Did anybody see this picture yesterday of the alligator in the surf
That is
at
so
Myrtle
weird.
Beach?
They say that
I
happens
saw that.
every once in a while.
8-foot alligator
That's a big boy.
Let's go
swimming
up
in
and
a
pet
wave. And
like
y'all
gators.
wonder why I don't want to go out in those.
I don't
So
like gators.
bad.
I will walk on the beach, but I am
You
not going
ever
into
seen
their
a-
house.
You ever seen a gator on the ground? They can freaking
But
book.
just when you think it's dangerous enough because the sharks were attacking people,
Now we got the gators.
the gators got a phone call. Hey, dude, you're missing out.
There's
Surf's up, dude.
little kids in the water.
And can you imagine?
We're going to Clearwater in October, and I'm hoping we don't have to deal with any.
Here's what I imagine: Mike sitting on the beach reading a book or something.
Yeah.
Poe, there's an alligator. Shut up, honey. Poe, there's an alligator. Honey, shut up. There is no alligator. Poe, it just bit off your son's foot. Oh, quit talking. That's no. Oh my God, it's an alligator.
Oh my God. You know what? One time, my best friend, Larry, and I were goofing off. We were watching this thing, and they said they were in pursuit of a 21-foot alligator. And that's
in
supposed to be.
pursuit.
Well, yeah, they were looking for it. You know, that's what the whole show was about. We watched it and we were stoned though, but we watched it in absolute awe. And then we paced off in the living room 21 feet. And we were like, holy
That's a
crap.
big alligator.
That's a lot of alligator, man. I ain't doing that. I ain't doing that.
But I let somebody else do that.
That's bigger than this table. It's longer than this table.
Yeah.
Holy crap. It was a trip.
Yeah, because think about it. My bus from bumper to bumper is 26 foot long. And from nose to tail, not counting the bumpers, I'm 24 foot. My interior is 24 foot long. So think about that. You're talking about an alligator.
Yeah, man. That's just not cool.
All right, I have a shout out that I have to give to this amazing.
So
Oh!
how
You
about
actually
the
have to
fact
be on the
that-
microphone to do it.
Go ahead.
I'm not talking to you. No, that's okay. I'm so sorry, Rich.
You said that's okay.
Wow.
Here,
Those
let me
kids are
unmute you
fighting.
again.
No.
While
no,
they're fighting,
I'm
we can have promiscuous sex.
All right. You,
I'm divorcing you, Scotty. The divorce papers will be on the
you may
nightstand.
now speak.
No. Just sign the papers. I want half of everything. The way I see it, I get half of everything.
We are now allowing lesbians to talk on microphones.
And there went the other half of your listeners.
There went the other half that she was going to give you.
Why would they be mad? I'm letting them have a microphone. Now for the
'cause
Melissa
I'm a
Etheridge
les-
minute.
I'm a lesbian in flip flops. I've got a gun.
I'm done with
I got my
Scotty.
flip flops and my Glock.
I'm done with Scotty. But I'm going to shout out to Carly's Coloring for Kids. What an awesome little girl.
She's great.
Yeah, she is.
I've been really pushing that little Facebook site. People comment all day, every day.
Yeah, I'm loving
They're like,
that.
"Oh, she's so cute."
And you know who else I'm really loving right now is
Scott.
No,
McLovin?
no.
Scotty. DJ
I
Scotty.
can't
McLovin?
stand DJ
Denise.
Scotty. DJ Scotty and I are like oil and
Love, hate.
Ebony
You love to hate them?
and
Love and hate.
ivory.
Water
You said
and
that was our song
ethylglycol.
yesterday.
What?
Yeah,
That
but
was
she just
our
asked
song.
what we
No,
were,
that's our
and I was.
song.
no, that's our song.
That's
That's
us.
us.
That's
our
us.
song.
Y'all are weirdos.
Yeah, that's us.
You want to fight about it?
We made a commercial yesterday.
You want to fight
together.
me?
Yeah.
I'll put
I'll
you right
sit
in the
on
mole.
you.
I'll punch you in the mole.
That sounded really bad.
Moly, moly,
Moly. Here's a quarter.
All right,
Go
we're at
downtown.
we're at
and get a
10:04.
rat to
We
eat that thing.
we did just go over.
We're not paying for minutes.
Hey man,
Once
you went
once
over.
you go over, you bought the whole hour.
That's
So screw
right.
it.
So keep doing your shout
Okay,
outs.
yeah. Okay, well,
Doc?
of course.
Oh,
Doc,
Can I
shout
finish
outs?
my shout
Oh,
out?
absolutely,
Okay,
sweetheart. I'm
so
sorry.
you know that Ladies Talk is taking over the social house on Friday night. We're going to go down and do karaoke. So any
Fun.
ladies out there that are listening that want to come hang out with Crystal and I,
Ladies' night at the social house for
Isn't it
karaoke.
It's karaoke with Nikki,
We're
correct?
going to
Karaoke
the
with
Porterhouse
Nikki, yeah.
and Social Dell for karaoke.
God.
Karaoke chicken.
Karaoke po'
no
boys.
karaoke
my
tofu.
favorite.
Karaoke tofu.
So yeah,
Oh my
y'all
God,
are doing
that
a
would be
ladies
good.
takeover. I have no idea if I'm going or not.
How can you
Oh, well,
do
then you
mobile?
can stay with the kids.
I just said I have no idea.
Can we do mobile? Will it be a mobile transmission? Mobile,
No, it's
mobile
just going to be
broadcast?
us. It's just going to be us walking in.
Lots of
and,
video,
and
right?
rocking it. Yeah.
Lots of video. We need video.
Yeah, we're
I
going to
need
walk
video.
in and rock it.
Lots of video.
You want to come hang, Denise?
If I don't have kids and I can,
Well,
or if
Scotty's
I do
gonna
have
watch
kids
the
and I have
kids.
okay, I'll bring them.
Yeah, Scotty.
No. What the hell's wrong
Ladies,
with
if
you
y'all
people?
want to go out,
No.
Scotty will be
No.
watching the kids.
Okay, I'll make a deal for you. I will watch your kids drowned in that lake.
Oh
So
my God.
you
He does-
trust me with your
know
kids.
yourself.
He
Don't bring
freaking-
the
Don't trust
kids.
Scotty.
Damn, he's
Yeah.
Susan Smith to you.
You just trust me with your kids. Uncle Scott, is it okay to play with this rubber snake? Oh yeah, it's moving. It's to be okay.
Can you guys move
Try
these
to
cinder
kiss
blocks?
it.
Yeah, of course we can. To the middle of the lake.
Try to kiss that snake on its lips.
No, I can't.
Snakes don't have lips.
That's the point. A kid be trying to kiss the snake.
How do you know, Mike?
Because he's tried to hell everything.
Oh,
They said if you just hold the head.
Okay.
I tried to clean that one up, and there was no way to
There's no
even.
way.
You
There's
can't,
no way to
yeah.
even say it clean.
All I can say is
Yeah.
if you hold the snake.
All right. So what is everybody doing when we get off air? Denise, what
We
you
have
got?
work to do.
Going to the doctor.
We have work to do.
We're gonna try to change this the recording
No.
on this real fast.
Okay, yeah, we got to change. We got to change some settings on the recording.
And I'm hungry.
I
So where are we
know.
going?
No, we have got
You
to get
cannot do that because I have a doctor's appointment.
What the hell? Who cares what you got to do?
Really, how long does it take to look at a moly?
I don't know, not long.
Are you going to Department of Natural Resources for the moly?
Astronomical events.
Will somebody look at my beaver?
Oh,
Mike.
What?
I'm talking
Shut
about
up.
the thing that dams up water.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, Lord.
No, we got some work to do, and then we got Doc's show.
Yes, we got Marla, the sex therapist, is coming in on Thursday night.
We're not 100% sure on Wednesday nights there with the Aaron Hill group.
Yeah, we've got to get a name for that.
I will start. We actually, Steve and I were talking about one.
It's going to be called.
No, I think he was. We were talking about we like APO,
I have no idea. What?
authorized personnel only, with Aaron Hill and Steve Hill. Look at him sneer.
Nah,
Okay, so
That's not catchy.
if you're gonna sneer at everything that
No.
we come up with, you come up with.
no,
it. And then
that's
we'll
just
sneer
not
too.
catchy. You need something catchy. If you have to, if you have,
APO radio. That's
if
not
you come-
catchy.
How can it be?
what was the
APO
first
radio?
thing I said? What does it stand for? That's what everybody else is going to do.
That's
You gotta have
exactly
something
why
catchy.
you do that.
No, you got to have something catchy.
All right, so
okay,
we're gonna
moving
have catchy radio on Wednesday, and then I start my show next Tuesday night at 1900 hours.
And then
promptly.
he says he's going to be here on Wednesday morning.
Guns and gadgets. Who's gonna be here?
You said you're going to be here Wednesday morning.
Oh yeah, I'll be here. I'm just gonna get drunk and stay here. I'll probably be right here in this chair. Just
And that's going to be the other thing we have to start
Drooling.
doing when we have all the. And I'm not going to say extra people, but we have more people involved now.
start getting drunk.
No,
Oh.
when you know you're not going to be here, Tyler, you don't wait and text somebody first thing in the morning and
You let them know the night before.
Yeah, you
It's
try to
called
let
a
them know the night
24-hour
before.
call out.
I
People.
did.
I
and
at least
still
need 12
came in.
hours. I at least need 12 hours.
I did it, but I still
Thank-
came in.
34 seconds. I'm
And
good.
I was up until 2:00 this morning, and I still came in.
Wait, she got there at what?
34
Never
seconds. I'm
mind.
good.
Yeah,
34
thank you.
seconds.
Never
59 bucks.
mind.
All right, we're out here. It's
Oh,
10:09.
wait.
what?
Call in tomorrow. We have a call in tomorrow. Isn't tomorrow the 5th? Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
We have a
tomorrow's
call
the
in
5th.
from Last Comic Standing,
Oh, cool.
Yep.
Sweet.
Mr. Jones the third. He's going to be calling in around 9 a.m. We're going to have some fun with him. They say he is hilarious. We had a video posted on the Facebook site, so if you go to that. Not sure about Monday nights there, boss.
I don't know either.
Yeah.
I've not heard from
Working there. Hey, man, look, it's
starting Tuesday.
Well,
today. Today's going to be the hottest day this year.
Well, let's just toss it out.
Because
If
I'm going to be
you
outside.
have always wanted to do your own radio show, and you've got some ideas, and you can move the crowd, and you're funny, and you can be here.
You got to be bombastic too, man.
How about this? Let's word it this way. If you think for 1 second that you can do this, hit us up.
Yeah. Come see us.
You can come sit in on one of the shows and either sit in on the show or come at the end of the show and just do a little test drive.
Yeah. It's not as easy as it sounds.
It's not as easy as it sounds. No, it's not. All right. And then the other thing I'm going to be doing today is I'm going to be shopping for a refrigerator. So if you
Listen, go to Lowe's. I went into Lowe's when I bought my refrigerator and they had a deal. You couldn't beat it. So we wanted a new microwave because ours was dead and we were ready for a new refrigerator. So when we went in, this is the craziest thing ever, but this is awesome. So you go in there and we found the refrigerator that we wanted, and then it was they were getting rid of it. It was the last model of its kind, and it had the dual ice maker, the one up top, the one down below. So you could fill coolers. So not just a cup, you could fill a cooler.
I love that.
So we got it, right? So the guy says, we got a package deal. We got a fridge and a microwave. If you want to buy a microwave. I said, well, we need a microwave. We already looked at this when we're going to get it. And he says, if you spend $100 more and get the one with the conventional oven, we'll give you a $200 gift card.
Oh, sweet.
Oh,
and I went, so if I spend $100 more,
I get 200
to get the microwave I want, you're going to give me $200. He's like, yes. So in theory, I'm really only making $100,
but still,
but I'm getting
what you
the
want.
microwave I want.
Right.
So not only did that happen, they also give you a combo deal where it knocked another $100 off your total purchase.
Oh, there you go. So you made $200.
So I actually made $200 by spending $100 more. I'm like, holy cow.
Sometimes these places like Best Buy, they want you to get their credit card. But if you weigh, I bought some software for this bad boy over here.
What does your weight have to do with, are you buying by the pound?
Oh, God, no. God, no. And Kroger's got those olives for $9.99 for a pound. Damn, man, that's expensive.
Ooh.
Oh, those olives are awesome. Okay, so let's get back to it here. I bought some software. It was like $100. Okay, and they said, hey, you want to get a Best Buy credit card? And I said, can I use it to put this purchase on? They're like, yeah, if you get approved. So get this. I had the money. I was just going to pay for it. So I got the credit card. I got 5% off of the deal, which is $5. It's cool. But get this. I got like $36 in immediate online coupons. One of the coupons was the freaking software. And all I had to do is show it on my phone, and they scanned it off the code on my phone. So I got like $36 off total on a $100 purchase. And then I paid the credit card off before the grace period.
Boom. Okay.
Yeah. Come on. That's great.
If I give you a credit card, will you pay it for me?
We can work something out.
Okay.
You've seen those signs, we'll work for food.
As long as I feed you?
In a way, I guess that's what it's called. Yeah. Afterwards.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. I'll order. I love Marco's Pizza. Marco's Pizza is the freaking bomb.
Yes, they are.
I don't know what happened there. Okay, I got a beef.
So,
can I beef?
Hold on. Before you go there.
Why not pork?
So Jacob just said treble syndrome with Aaron Hill. I threw out electric high.
Treble.
I like electric
high.
I like electric high.
It's got to be, if you have to ask what it is, it's not catchy.
Right.
But it does stem interest.
I don't care.
No,
it's not catchy.
Well, it didn't stem my
It's
interest.
not
like
catchy.
electric
It's not
high.
interest.
Everybody, all y'all. Blah, blah, blah.
Right.
Hey.
If half the people don't get it, that means all
the people
of
are
the
not-
half of the people don't get it. Not just a half the people in the room.
What the hell did you just say?
For instance, I had to explain to Harley yesterday. Falcon's Fury Harley has apparently 2 pages. And when you type in Falcons, hold on, Aaron Hill is calling.
Good.
Yes.
Hey, DJ Scotty.
What's happening?
What's up, baby?
And
Hey,
you're
I
live.
called the wrong number, didn't I? Or am I live on the radio?
Yeah, you're kind of live. I just put your the phone up to the mic. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. So I was listening, and I'm driving. Don't worry, I'm paying great attention to the road. And I like Electric High.
See?
a lot.
See, it's
There
good.
you go.
Yeah, I
Cool.
like Electric High.
All right,
I really
so-
like it.
All right. What do we
And
need
this-
to run that by Steve,
And
or are we good?
this goes out to my boy Chris Wheeler, who back in the day, back in when we were teenagers, he had a band called Electric High. So
Oh,
he
cool.
has no idea that just named the show.
Aaron,
That's
do we need
pretty
to do we need to
awesome. I
talk to
like
Steve?
Plagiarism.
And wait a second. Did you put it together? Those are my initials. What?
Oh, there
Ooh.
you go.
Friggin' awesome.
There you go.
Very
Friggin'
cool.
awesome.
Very cool. All
So
right.
you know what this
Whether or
means?
not she runs it by him or not, that's what it's
Yeah,
I
that's
just
gonna
named it.
This-
You just named it.
Do you know what this means? This means
What?
you, your dad, and I need to sit down and we got to write you a song about Electric High.
That's
You're gonna write a
Wouldn't that be
song?
cool? Shut up, Mike.
Yeah.
Besides you just eating Cheetos in your underwear and jerking off, I actually
Oh
write
my
songs.
gosh.
I've actually written songs, and I've helped my cousin Michael Almond write songs, and I've written a bunch of poems. So that just goes to show that you know nothing but how to play with your tools.
Oh, you guys are too funny.
I don't eat Cheetos.
And we just lost the other 5 listeners that we had.
Mike says he don't eat
I don't
Cheetos.
eat Cheetos.
Just lost the
Cheese
other
it.
5 listeners.
No, and you know what?
Cheese
Being
puff?
covered in baby oil when you're completely naked and doing that when you're in a lawn chair is acceptable,
It's
long as you're
Cheez-Its.
not at Kinko's. They just don't. They call the
Wait, I
cop.
can't hear that.
I know, because you're on this phone. Yep.
Yeah.
All right, chick. Well, look, we got a boogie because we're ending the show anyways. But thanks for calling in and let your dad know. Electric High then.
I will. I'm about to see him. So
All
I'll
right.
let him know.
All right,
Cool.
see you later.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Oh, that was cool, Scott.
So the reason I was making the point about how people's perception is, see right there where it says Falcons Fury in the search engine?
Yes.
Okay. That right there, when you type in Falcons, before you even spell Fury, it automatically comes up. When you spell out Falcons Fury Harley, it still pops up this one page that's a liked page. And I tried to explain to them they're not posting stuff correctly. For instance, the last post they made, July 20th for Bike Night.
Mhm.
We've got this huge midget wrestling that's happening this weekend at Harley. How many of y'all know about it? Because it's not on Facebook.
Right.
And I called to say, hey, we need to start getting this stuff posted. Well, you're on the wrong page. If I'm only finding one page, that means 90% of the other people are only seeing one page.
What's the other page look like?
I don't know. Nobody can find it.
I think maybe they're pulling your leg on that one.
So
I don't think there is another page.
how about this?
Why did they only?
I made a deal with them
The
to
devil.
trade out some work to be on a billboard sign.
Mhm.
So
I remember.
supposedly for 4 weeks, the sign was going to be up. I never heard anything about it.
Right.
We're down to 1 week. I'm like, dude, I've got to start sharing this. So I go searching for this billboard yesterday, and I find out where it supposedly is. And I make it to this where I thought it was going to be a standstill billboard where my name was going to be on this billboard with hundreds and thousands of people driving down I-20 every day seeing this sign. I find out it's a digital billboard,
So
Which-
it's everyone.
which was not what I was told.
Right.
Then number 2, it flips from one billboard to another, right?
Mhm.
Because it's digital. The problem is I stayed there over 10 minutes before it ever flipped to show one of this logo,
Yeah.
and it only stayed up for 10 seconds. So I send a text message saying, dude, I've been over here over 10 minutes and it just popped up one time. Oh, there's no way. Really? Like I just lied to you. No, I stayed there for over 30 minutes. I sent a text at a few minutes before 4 o'clock. I saw it pop up for 10 seconds. I sat there from a few minutes before 4 o'clock until 4:09, and it popped up again at 4:09. And I sent another text and said, now I've been here more than 10 minutes again, and it showed again for 10 seconds. So in a 30-minute period, the Falcons Fury logo only showed twice
Mm-hmm.
for 10 seconds apiece. And I'm like, how many people going down the interstate has even seen this?
Right.
And I'm not complaining about Falcon's Fury. They should have discovered this. Somebody should have discovered this a long time ago. The sign company just screwed them.
Yeah.
But in theory, it's screwing me too.
They should have been, in fact, you have to tell them how many are on the rotation, the content banner, and then they've got to tell you how many views.
How stupid is it? This sign is showing a Copy Central talking about graduation.
Yeah, doesn't that weird?
That means that sign's
When's
been
the last time they updated
flipping
since
what?
May.
Wow. This sign company needs their nuts.
That's
checked.
where social media has really changed marketing, you know?
Yes,
it has. You know what? If I'm going through and somebody sends me a friend request and I go to their page real quick, do a little cyber hack on them, and I see they haven't posted anything since January of this year, nope.
Mm-hmm.
Because social media is happening. It's happening now. It's live. It's going on right now. Just like we're sitting here talking about Aaron Hill and Aaron Hill calls. I mean, that's
right.
That's what this is all about. That's what the radio station's about. That's what the social media is about. It's cool. It's happening. It's fun. I should die soon.
I gotta run to the dock.
Yeah, run to the dock. Don't run to the dock.
See y'all tomorrow.
We'll be here.
Put them on the table.
Hey, good luck with that.
Put them on the table.
It's like 10:20. We give it.
We're getting out of here anyways.
Yeah,
All
that's
right.
okay.
We're out.
Everybody have a great day.
See ya.
It's just for fun in the morning.
It's Town Topic Tuesday.
All right, we're out of here. Everybody have a great day.
Deuces.
Stay out of trouble. Don't do anything we would do. Just remember, we get in trouble. You know, we get in trouble. Don't think for a second we don't. Everybody, see you. Have a great day. Bye. Later. Make sure you go up to Rob's Performance. Let me tell you, I went up there and got the timing belt fixed on all my vehicles. And I found out that if you don't get your timing belt changed properly, it could blow your motor. So it's very much worth going up there to get your stuff taken care of. Everybody, we'll see y'all later. Have a great day.
Rob's Performance and Conyers.
Y'all see what I fixed, didn't you?
Total car and truck needs.
And that's on video now.
Makes and models, foreign and domestic.
Well, you took your headphones off.
Tune-ups, brakes, shocks, AC work. Rob does it all, and he'll beat any competitor's prices. Rob's Auto Performance also does all types of paint and body repair, upholstery, custom wheels and tires, and lift kits. Call Rob's Performance at 770-388-9545 and online.
That way our sponsors get played on our video now.
As always, this is as good as it's gonna get.
But that also means that when we go on breaks,
keeping you on your toes.
sometimes they won't hear us.
Just for fun radio.
I think you're mad. Oh, but is it madness or is it genius?
Just for fun radio.
Bye, y'all.
.com.